a little bbit before the start of the game today. We had Knight's better players last week for the Thompson side were Knight, Cameron Smith, and Darcy Troop, and Tholburn, who hasn't been in there all season, has he been?
No, he's been working, fly out.
Oh, okay, so that's him back in the side, and obviously he will advantage that side out there this afternoon. Knight kicked 6, and again, I don't know, has he just been a recent inclusion?
He came, so he kicked 100 2 years ago from where he played.
Oh, is he from Tassie or something, was he?
Yeah, then did his knee.
Right.
So he's kicked, I think he kicked 6 and Troop kicked 5.
Kicked 5,
out of their 14.
Yep.
Something like that.
Well, that's what Darcy Troop needs to do, because he's the one bloke that hasn't set the world on fire. And looking through the results for most of the year, he's been good, but he is there as a centre-half forward, and he needs to kick goals. If Thompson are going to make their march up the right ladder further, then he obviously has to play well.
Yeah.
So that's good in respect of what they've seen there. And obviously Winch last week, they had a couple of blokes as well. Gould got 5. Simmons is another bloke now, regularly kicking goals. Every time we've been to see them, he's got 3 or 4, and sometimes very quickly in little patches of play.
Yep.
So, and I think with their goal kickers last week, there was a better spread of players. So that's one of the positive things. And they're better players with Walsh. The 2 Parish boys were both in there last week, Simons and Kershaw Cole.
Yep.
They're better players. So this is, as you said, Spider, Winch, if they've got any chance of making the top 5, they can't afford to lose today.
They can't lose a game.
But playing Thompson at Thompson is going to be a real head task.
What's that, Winch? It's at home.
Oh, is that Winch?
Yeah, is that Winch? Yeah.
Oh, well, so that gives them a real opportunity. I thought this was at Thompson. I thought they wouldn't get beaten. My thoughts now are that with Thompson, the good Thompson, the bad Thompson, which one's going to turn up this afternoon? I'm now going to switch back. I'm going to go back to Winch and think they will just get over the top of Thompson out there this afternoon and keep their final chances alive.
Well, they really can't afford to drop a game from here on in. I think you need to win the 7. If you're 3 games behind, you've got to win the 7, and that's still destiny in someone else's hands, doesn't it? You know, you still don't control what you're doing.
Pretty much.
I think I lost 3 of their first 4 by less than 2 kicks.
Yep.
You know, so that's going to come back to haunt them, I think. They might be the side that runs home hard and finishes 6, but I struggle to see them getting in, mate. But I do think they'll win today. As I said, you just don't know what Thompson's going to turn up.
Yes.
All right, mate. Up to Myers Reserve, mate, which we've obviously seen a struggling bell post still at the moment. Josh Norman, very, very good last week. Kicked 6 out of their 7. So, great effort from their young, skinny centre-half forward. That's where he's been playing. But they take on East Geelong, who have now won 10 in a row. And, of course, the only game they did lose was round 1-2 bell post still.
Well, this could be a case of buyer beware here, Spider, because...
Always been a bogey side.
We went out there one other time, and I gave Bell Post Hill no chance to beat East Geelong at East Geelong, and they did the same thing to them, beat them in the game of football. Look, you'd be absolutely ridiculous to predict that they can actually get close in the game of football this afternoon. But funnier things have happened. As I said, when a side seems to have the, I suppose, there's not, I don't know what the word is in this case.
The moles.
Yeah, pretty much. You're probably looking at them and thinking, gee, how can they do it again? I'm not going to write them off. I think East Geelong win the game of football. They've had some good players out there. Ezard, again, this time got 5 goals last week. Smith got 5. Sorry, Ezard 4. Smith got 5. So key forwards, that didn't include Mole getting goals. They've got other blokes through their forward line that play there regularly and can kick goals for them. So they're not reliant upon 1 or 2 East Geelong, and which is probably why they are sitting so where they are. Bell Post still are better players again. Norman, Yates, and the other 2, Bryans and Herman. The blokes that you want to be playing well are playing well for the side.
Quinny's back in too. I don't know if he came back in last week, but he's definitely back in
so
today.
That's good. So they're getting some stock back. The other bloke that was been missing for a while, is it from up Godwin?
Yeah, he could have played today.
But not.
But they've taken, because they've got the split round next week. They've got the week off next week, so they're going to bring him back the week after that.
So he would have been handy again coming back into that side this afternoon.
I was talking to Yatesy during the week. So
So look, as I said, they're doing their best out there at Bell Post Hill. East Geelong have just got a number of players. McIntyre's been good down back, and he's been that extra bloke that they probably needed. That gives them a bit of size. McKinnon, Sobey, the big fella in the ruckman, as I said, he just seems to have got better and better every time I've seen him play. Start of the year, I thought, well, I don't know how they're going to go when they get to St Albans, but now when I've seen him play, he just positions himself so well.
He moves around well, doesn't he?
And he can use a ball. He's not useless as a ruckman that can't kick him. I know I've said that before, but it's one thing that you do take note of. A bloke like him that can actually get down, pick the ball up, use it either by hand or foot is a real bonus to them. So East Geelong, I think it will be comfortable. But again, I just hope at the end of the day I'm not seeing the Bell Post Hill Moz come back again and bite them. But
surely they've got to break the hoodoo, don't they?
Oh, I would think so.
I think we seen him last year up at Bell Post Hill. We going, I think Bell Post had about 12 out. And he has a chance for East Geelong to beat him. I think one of the East Geelong blokes almost missed the goal from wasting the goals. We had to put him in front, and they lost the game. So, yeah, but I can't see it happening today, man. I can't see, as much as you don't like to see clubs going through a bit. They are rebuilding, and the thing we have mentioned is that when you lose 9 players, it's not just they lost 9 players; they only lost 9 points. So they lost 9 1-pointers, which therefore you've got to try and replace these players with. You're not going to get 1-pointers unless you're bringing up guns through the juniors.
Yeah, and which they haven't had for some time. So.
And their juniors, well, it's back up now. They've got all grades now.
Well, that's good.
But
that's
still
positive.
But you're still 5 years from the transition in, aren't you?
Absolutely. There might be one out of the box that can actually do it, but other than that, you're going to really struggle. And as I said, give them time, let them develop. And as I said, it's good to see some of the kids of former players coming back and playing, as we said. So
well, Tommy Vashurin makes his debut today. So Josh's other son. So Henry's already in. Tom makes his debut today for Belpost. So the three Adam Martin's 3 boys have all played. You got Cal Clissold, both his 2 sons have played. Yates is obviously the son of a premiership player, 1994 premiership side. Ian. So there's 8 or 10 of them up there that are that have got parents that have played, which is good. And the netball, we had this discussion the other day. There's probably 6 or 7 of the girls playing netball that are now daughters of former players, footballers, which is really good. I mean, they're daughters of netballers. We'd like to see the daughters of footballers up there too, including the daughter of the great Kevy Murray. So
Kevy Murray.
Yeah, so she's up there as well, which is fantastic. But I think it's a tough ask for Belpost still, and East Geelong might just be a little bit too good, I think. And again, another game is going to have a real bearing on what happens come September, mate. Inali versus Belmont at Inali.
Well, you don't have to be Einstein to read here because Inali have been absolutely desiccated with injuries and players not available, not in the country and all that sort of stuff. So, look, it's a big task for them. As I said, I haven't been right through their side this afternoon, but when you take out your full back, your centre half back, probably your centre foot or your centre player, your centre half forward, and a lot of other keys in that side, out of one particular side, you're probably better to say who's actually still playing. The case for them is that Casey Meehan's still in there, Robertson, Wilson, O'Keefe. They were all good players for them last week. Bartlett obviously kicked 2 last week, but there again, as we said just before, Spider, they're getting a look at some other players that may not have been able to get into this side because of their depth, and that's playing some kids, and obviously there's some other blokes, as I said, coming through the side. So they're up against it because Belmont last week probably was the first week that they didn't or weren't able to score heavily, and whether that was because of obviously the East Geelong pressure that was put on them, but normally you can go through their side and you can get 8 or 9 or 10 players that kicked their 15 goals. I think they only got about 7 last week, and McPherson got 2 of them. But Trevorrow, Sheriff, Big Brett Evans and Allen were their better players. So I looked at their side and we thought while they were playing at home, they were good.
Poodle's not in.
Oh, isn't he?
No.
So there you go.
McEwen Welsh is in the ruck.
Yep. So there's another one that was there. Oh, that's right. He broke his thumb, I think, during the week, didn't he? So there's another one. Probably a not short term either, you would have think, with the ruckman who uses his hands all the time. So, look, big job for them out there this afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised if Inverleigh make a real dash of this, but I think Belmont, from what I've seen so far, and their performance away from home, have been equally as good as they've been able to do at home. And last week might have just have been against a good quality side, not the same quality at Inverleigh today. So I think this will be a Belmont win, and probably to margin of about 3 to 4 goals, mate, I reckon.
Everyone's entitled to a bad day. And Belmont, we've seen them a few weeks ago against Werribee at Werribee, and we've spoken to the Sam Jones factor. If he didn't go off, there's a fair chance. They could have won that game.
They could have, and they had a chance to steal it late in the game anyway, didn't they? Werribee had a chance to steal it late in the game, but they played some good footy, and I'm happy that they're actually playing some good footy, and they do actually have. I suppose there's not a standout star in that side, so they're reliant upon everybody doing their bits and being able to run and carry the football, and that's what they've been able to do in their early games. If they can continue to do that, as I said, maybe today might have been a day where it was wet that might have happened, but now that seems to have dried up, and I would think that they're going to be very, very positive, and they'll want to go out there. They'll want to finish top 3 because I don't think they want to finish 4 or 5 now after their great start. So this is very important for Belmont to win. As I said, Inali's chances also today heavily involved with today's performance. So I think Belmont get the job done and about 3 to 4 goals, Spud.
Yes, as I said, East Geelong at East Geelong is a tough ask, as we know, and that's who Belmont came up against last week. And on the back of their form so far, East Geelong said Werribee could have stolen that game against East Geelong 2 weeks ago. They had every chance to steal it, and then it was just that one missed shot with about 30 seconds to go, and they win. But again, that was at Werribee too. I think East Geelong playing Werribee, East Geelong might be a different story. But I reckon this. My problem with this one is that Inali and Taurus are slow starters.
Have been this season anyway.
And if they start slow, they're in real trouble. Still, as you said, there's no connection. I'm not sure if it's. I'm just seeing what's going on. Hopefully, no one can hear me.
We are recording, and the full recording will go later.
Rightio. Okay, we'll keep talking then. Rightio. Thanks, mate. So that's my big concern. Whereas Belmont, even that day against where we said they were out of the blocks quick, and they've been out of the blocks quick. So if they get 5 or 6 on the board, could be a blowout.
Well, it could be, Spide. I'm just hoping that Inali actually can get into the game of football and make a real show of it, because, as I said, their season, while it still sits precariously where they sit, but they need to win games of football. They are at home. As I said, they haven't got the side in they'd probably prefer to have in, but they've just got to make sure they do their best. And as I said, you've only got to be competitive and get a contest and make a contest out of everything, and things might be a chance.
Steele, we're back on, mate.
Look, Spider, as I said, I'm thinking that the job for Inali, relying upon quite a few, their forwards, Casey Meehan, I think Donahue, maybe Finn O'Keefe if he's been playing forward. They need those sort of blokes to really stand up and be kicking goals, and they're capable of it. Will they see enough of the ball? Maybe that'd be the question. I think Belmont win the game of footy.
Yeah. All right, mate. Up to the duck pond, where Grubby's relaxing quite comfortably at home, I'd imagine.
Probably cuffing his lungs up.
Yeah, well, that's what he was doing yesterday. So, anyway, Werribee taking on Corio, mate, who went out there last week, and, geez, they were good for the first half, Corio. It was just a brilliant half of football, and then, don't know. They disappeared. Matty Watts, you're a champion, mate. We know that.
Yeah, look, as I said,
39 points up at half time.
How many points up?
39 points up at half time.
39 points up. They've been known to have done that in previous seasons too. That's probably been their biggest downfall, and that's what I think they got away from early in this year when we've seen the slide. They've been able to stay in games right through to at least three-quarter time, and then they still have an opportunity to win the game.
Yep.
Obviously, if you're 39 points up, I don't know whether they were at three-quarter time, but obviously you get a side back into the game and they start running on confidence, it makes things hard to do. So Corio, as I said, they're better players than the normal players. You know, Burns has been good. That's Hayden Burns. You've got James Bennett, Hall. Toby Bennett's really stepped up in the presence of his brother not playing out there. And that's what we said. It's not only him that has to do it. It's the whole 18 or 22 blokes that run out in the field have all got to just improve that little bit to cover off what they're losing. So their goal kickers, Herschel Carr's been good for them. Hayden Burns has been getting a goal. Matty James, we know, is that running midfield that you like to kick goals, but he's probably now got to take on that role where the coach was not playing anymore. And young Kyle O'Toole got a couple of goals last week as well. So it should be a good contest, but I've been very, very impressed with the way that Werribee go about their football. Daly, has he come back into their side? He wasn't going to be too far away, I wouldn't have thought. He, to me, is still a big bloke that they require in their side. Linehan Cunningham, I think was he due to come back. So they've got some...
He's out. He's still out. Linehan Cunningham's out. The BLT's out. Daly's still out. Andrew's not playing either. Okay. Daly Andrews.
Yep.
So he's not in either. So
okay. So they're still not at their best, but I think what I've seen they've been able to put up, I think, is good enough to win the game of football again. And I reckon they might just have a little bit in hand for the Werribee side out there this afternoon.
Yeah, look, and
sorry for the cry.
Herschel Carr kicked 3 in the first quarter last week.
Yep.
Then Pat Cleary went under him. He didn't get another touch. He was really good in the first quarter, but didn't get a touch after that. They played both Green and Taylor, and are doing so again today. And Aaron Taylor, I thought he was the better of the two. He really impressed me.
Yep.
He was clunking the ball around the ground, so which made a big difference. You know, that was probably our criticism's been is he doesn't do a lot around the ground. But geez, he did a lot around the ground last week. He was actually really good. So
That's good because that's the bloke I reckon they need in their side because you can't leave it to Green to do it all by himself and then chuck in a Jelinek or one of the blokes that really, for me, needs to be playing forward because they're the blokes going to kick goals. So I think their structure now with him in the side, that would do them a lot better, I would think, and actually give them that extra tall option that they probably needed.
He was really good. Said, but Werribee, like I said, we've probably seen two of the best games all year, 2 weeks in a row. The game against Belmont and then the game against East Geelong. Probably last year that when they got 4 or 5 down, we're a little bit like Corio. Get 4 or 5 down, that was it. The game was over.
Yep.
Whereas now, we've seen them against East when they were, 3 or 4 down and then nearly had a chance to pinch it at the end. So they seem like a lot stronger unit. Prismal seems to be back to playing some really good footy. I mean, the usual names like your Crenins, your Calibers and these sort of blokes are always going to give you 100% every week regardless. Players like Taylor, Porter down back without Sutton down there is probably... He's stepped up a bit and taken on a bigger role.
So Sutton's another bloke to come back into that side.
Yeah, Sutton's got to come
play
back
either end of the ground as well.
I think they're probably playing back. But yeah, we had a chat this morning on hashtag about it. It doesn't matter if your back lines, if you score like the way Werribee do. If you have free scoring run or play, mate, it doesn't matter if your back line's any good or not because the ball's not down there.
Well, that's true, Spike. But then when you get into a situation where your forwards aren't finding the ball quite as easily, you really need that back end to stand up for you as well.
Yeah.
But you're right in what you're saying. When things are going well and the forwards are kicking goals, it doesn't matter what you put back.
Front runners.
Yeah, well, as I said, you just got to get out there and do the best you can with what you've got going. So
yeah, and I think look for me, I think Werribee win this one, Dale, and I think they will win it pretty comfortably, especially at home, mate. Corio said, we've been saying Corio, yep, they are on the right path. And they are doing things the right way, but they've got a bit to go.
Yep. And
it's as simple as that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They've got a fair bit to go still. Obviously, they'll look at who their recruits are going to be for next year and how they're going to head going forward. Joel's going to come out like a new recruit if he plays again. Who knows?
That's right.
You don't know what the prognosis is there because he is very confident he'll play again, so there's no stress there. But who knows? Who knows what happens? It might just be the simple case it doesn't heal like it's supposed to, or they want it to, and he's out. So
as I said, you want to be 100%, wouldn't you, coming back from something like that? As I said, I know what happened was an innocuous event that happened that put him in this situation, but that's what we're out there doing when we're playing football. You just don't know where something's going to hit you. Look at Petrarca the other week, mate.
Yeah.
Gets a whack, which probably happens to most blokes every day of the week, and unfortunately, just the right spot went the right. Right force did quite a bit of damage.
It doesn't. The body is fragile, mate. It's not. It's not.
Especially when you got your hands up too.
You're not protecting yourself.
You're not.
And you're relaxed.
Yeah.
You're relaxed, not tensing your muscles around it. So a minute to go here. Bannockburn at 10-6-66, leading Anakie 5-10-40. So this game's over in the twos. Bannockburn will win. So that's that's where I just think Werribee will be too strong, mate. Then we head to the other game, which is the last game before we cover ours, which is North Geelong versus the Giants. North Geelong 39 points down at half-time last week, 16 points down. So they kicked 4 goals, 5 in the third quarter. They kicked 8-2 in the last. So they gone from a 39-point deficit to a 26-point win, a 65-point turnaround in a half of footy, mate. When I think Corio managed 2 goals after half-time. And, so Corio kicked 2-2 after half-time. So, North Geelong, the never say die attitude. Maybe someone telling you that we're off air, is it? Yeah. We know we're off air, Nev.
Hello,
Nev. You've got to take these calls when the boss from the GDFNL calls. So
mate, we've got some issues with...
technical issues going on here, so we've got no stream at the moment. But as we said, as you'll be able to watch this later on... Bit of drama, so Steele's messaged me again. So anyway, so look, Corio were very, very good. It was their senior. It wasn't you say their senior players, but we actually had the 3 of us in the box last week. All had Cooper Vaughan, who's young kid number 17, as our best player. All 3 of us had him there. He kicked a couple himself. He got the job on Matty James, I reckon, after half time and cut him out of the game. But didn't stop his attacking game himself. Damien Fazio.
The Fazio boys got 5 between them.
Yeah, well, Damien's got. Yeah, he was very, very good. So he kicked 3. He kicked 2, and John kicked 3. John kicked 3 after half time, but Damien was good for pretty much the whole day. And Pat Cleary, of course, is another one of those ones who's his steadiness, from playing GFL footy, his steadiness down back, and the job he did on Herschel Carr after quarter time was nothing short of outstanding. Young Charlie McDonald, who played on the wing for North, a lot of pace, very smart user of the ball, just on the left foot, mate, and hits targets. And so I think things are building there. Blake Miller was probably down a bit last week, but it didn't matter. Mitch Abib went in the middle, and I think that might be where they start him again, because he was he was a bit out of it in the first quarter, went in the middle, probably after half time, and probably changed the course of the game.
Yep. So
they were very. So there's a lot of good things there. Like Desno didn't have the greatest day. The Swennerson boys did. They stepped up. Chook ended up at full back.
Ooh.
At once, then went to full forward. It was all over. But the way they did it, it changed the game really well. Cooper Pask was the other one. They gave him their best player, I think, in the paper.
Yep. And
he was sensational. Like the middle last week was a glue pot. The council had the sprinklers on all week. Then we had that rain Friday night. And I mean, when I'm talking a glue pot, mate, if you had to put the roller out there, it'd still be there now. It was horrible, the middle, and Pask sort of worked it out better than the other ruckman for the day. So Miller started in the middle. He worked it out. I'll just make a competition just so I keep my feet. And then he probably hacked the ball off the ground 6 or 7 times forward for North Geelong.
Yep.
But then round the ground, he was taking strong pack marks, and you could actually see it was like a breakout game for him. And probably a few of the other ones too. So another young kid they picked up, they got from Drysdale, young Jackson Mallet. He's going to be okay. He's got a head like, what do we call him, Sideshow Bob. Massive mop of hair. His father's an absolute gun cricketer, and Jacko, he's a nice young kid, Jacko. But he's come across from Barwon Heads. From Drysdale. But he's going to be he'll be good for him up forward. So there's a lot to build there. Geelong West on the other side, mate. They obviously on the prove last week.
Yeah, well, as I said, Ronnie was really impressed with the way they played their game of footy, and obviously I think, as I said, 40 points down before the first half, or at the end of the first half, was a fair bit of work for them to get back. Bannockburn have found themselves in that situation 2 or 3 times this year, and have got back to being close, but again, it's another thing that you can't afford to get into your game and let it be a habit to exist. So they've got to change all that. But the boys, as I said, they're pretty impressed with getting a few recruits back into their side. Carey's back into their side. That makes a difference. If they can continue to get some players through, then they could start improving in the second half of football, and that's what they really need to do.
Yeah, well, they have got. Hello, Ronnie. They have got some players back, and when we seen them earlier, it was almost a second side, wasn't it? When we seen them play against East Geelong,
pretty much. They, as I said, and I think even though I think they had 2 blokes pull out before the game, just didn't make it or something like that. So I'm not too sure 100% why that happened, but it was there. They've been again probably relying upon, I think Reece Ginn does a lot of their ruck work now, and he's been in their better players. If he went through the season, he'd be one of their better players for most of the season. So he can jump. He's a good kid. He works pretty hard. They just need the support, and hopefully the support's going to start to filter back in through now pretty quickly. So hopefully that will be something for them.
Yeah, that's, I suppose the issue with that, you get these players back. Unfortunately, the season's gone.
Well, that's gone. They can't do anything about it. And it's been the same thing from last year as well. As I said, they had the same issues go through the club last year. Injuries. And it's most times it's not to your 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's your top bloody dozen players that keep getting knocked around
they do.
And keep falling over. So now whether that's to do with age or whether that's just to do that it's just something that happens, it's just bad luck, I'm not too sure. But as I said, hopefully at one stage in their time, because they have done some really well in their recruiting. They have recruited some good players there, but unfortunately they just haven't got results to go along with those good players. So
could also be a bit of the fact that their depth isn't great. So your best players get noticed more and get a bit more work put into them, and then they're getting banged up every week.
Possibly.
Anyway, mate, who wins that one?
Look, I would have said, if it hadn't been from last week's performance from West, that I would have clearly said North Geelong. I think they're their improving side. I think they're going in the right direction. I'm going to tip North Geelong to win again this afternoon.
Yeah, I think they will too, which will square their ledger to 6-6, which would be fantastic for them.
Absolutely.
Instead, after winning round 18 last year to get off the bottom, to take 6-6, they would have taken that at the start of the year. All right, mate, on to this one. Big game out here, of course. Banno sitting 4th. Anakie, I think, are 8th. And Anakie won 4. Bannockburn have won 7. So not a lot in it games-wise, you said, Banno have had some interesting results. They've dropped a couple. Like Thompson beat them out here, and I think someone else beat them out here as well. Belmont beat them out here too. So there's two of the top five, that they're in, and they hold up one spot. So and they're beating them out here. And Anakie, on the other hand, as you said, we've seen him against Belmont earlier in the year, and we're going to see him again in a couple of weeks. But earlier in the year against Belmont, they were just beaten by a better side.
Yep.
They didn't do a lot wrong. They just weren't as good as Belmont. So
they definitely weren't as good as Belmont that day, but having the big ruckman back in their side, who actually stood and watched most of the game,
he did, yes,
would have been a real bonus for them. And as I said, again, he's not in here this afternoon, so that means they're just going to be working extra hard. Riddell's probably going to be doing most of their ruck work for them in the middle of the ground. Yeah. He may get a cut out, as I think last time that did Oscar Barter do a bit of ruck work for him?
Did. He ended up doing a fair bit of it in the end,
which is a shame because I think him down forward with Bosley gives them a really good focal point or two focal points to go to. Paul Rideau, who's back this year after being away, he was their centre-half forward prior to leaving the club, so he's another bloke. Now they've got three good, tall options that they can go to in their forward line. But again, if you have to muck that around by changing players in and out of it, then you probably just take away from that side a little bit. The other thing was Billy Goodwin playing his 100th game this afternoon.
Yeah, fantastic.
So it's good to see a young bloke like that, and he's now captain of the club, and also a first gamer in Jamin Barker's playing his first game this afternoon. So I'm not too sure where he has come from, but looking forward to seeing him play his first game. On the other side of things, if you go back through to the Bannockburn side, they get Hose back in their side this time. Alziga comes back both from Falcons duty. Joshy Kunsker, I think, come back in.
He's
this
in,
week.
Yes.
And Reece Conker's also playing.
He played last week.
So he's available again this afternoon. So, and I see Bailey Alford, who I know was injured, I think, probably around that Bannockburn game last time, and had some time out. Now, I'm not too sure that this is his first one back. But there's a few names in there, actually, that I don't know. Cal Elliott, I'm not 100% sure on. I haven't seen him before. There was three of them I picked out before. Callum McCarthy, I know Jack Thompson is...
man from Snowy River.
Yeah. So... it's good to see those younger blokes getting an opportunity now at some senior level. So, look, as I said, Kieran Fulton's a big part of this contest for Bannockburn. I believe now he's playing and spending more time in the ruck rather than forward. So he needs to be able to do that. And obviously, when he spells, I just hope Ronnie doesn't bring him off the ground and give him a spell on the bench, but chucks him to full forward so he can stand there and just be a nuisance for the opposition. So, looking forward to this game of Footy Spider. I think Bannockburn... probably too much to lose, and being at home will win the game of football, but let's not put too much away from this Anakie side, who are improving each and every week.
Right, yeah, Kunchka's back in. Well, didn't play last week, mate. I think you've summed that up pretty well. I think Anakie will be in this game, but I just think the class and the desperation, I think Bannockburn really need to play finals, will be there.
Bosley got 4 last week, so
Yeah,
he hasn't put his hand up and done that on a regular basis this year. So let's hope that might have been a start for him. Once he gets his confidence up, he might be a hard bloke to stop, as I said. But yeah, look, for me, as I said, Bannockburn at home.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back for the start of this game, which is about 5 minutes away.
first quarter.
Brought to you by Morris Finance.
And it looks like we might actually be back, mate. Dale, we've had some good news. We've got the connection all on now, so we're back.
Now I can't get my clock to work.
Can't get the clock to work? What's wrong, mate? Oh, we're about to go.
You better get it. Hello, Al. How you going? Yes, and umpire with ball in hand. Riddell's doing the ruck work. As we said, Fulton in doing some ruck work for the Bannockburn side. Gets the ball out. Mayboom takes it out of the centre. His kick smothered. Ball tapped up further by Connor Jervis. Goes into their half-forward line. Comes up, picks up again. Mayboom over the top of the ball. Tries to feed the ball and keep it alive. He does so now. Jervis' kick is also smothered. Goes outside to Alford on hands and knees. Tries to pick the ball up. Emerged with the ball, and it's come through the back end to the hands there. I think that was Goodwin ended up with it. So Anakie with the ball. They're working it backwards. It's still have control. And finally the ball comes out through Whitehouse. It was. Got the handball outside. Ends up in the hands of Riddell. Looks across the ground. Player out here by himself was Birch. Good spoil there. I think that might have been Beardsall. So running through now is Rhodes. Rhodes on the left boot. Goes back towards centre wing. Now they continue to run. Work the ball into their forward line through Alessi. He looks for their full forward, Bosley, but the ball was chipped out there by Bath. Now ball comes to ground, runs to the boundary line and over. We're going to have a throw on early in this first quarter. Thanks, Spider. We got the right digits on there.
And we're right on time with it too, mate.
Magnificent. So good work there. So ball into the half forward line, as we said. And it's going to be Anakie doing some work in there. Fulton does the ruck work, gets the ball out, comes out the back, went to Jervis. He never actually went after the ball. The ball comes out of the contest. Handballs end up in the hands of Hose. He goes onto the right boot now, delivers the ball back towards centre half forward over the top of Kunchka. Ball gets out the back now. Coming through was Phillips, didn't take the ball with him. Handball goes back inside into the hands of Good. A little left foot kick is good, and the mark has been taken out there by Crossett. I reckon he was good against the Belmont Lions the day we saw him out there. So Crossett now from just attacking side of centre wing, called the play on by the umpire, goes long into their forward line. Coming through, Fulton back behind the ball, takes the mark, look good. And now transfers play across the ground. Low flat kick was okay. Into the hands of Elzinger. Light foot kick goes wider. So now they continue to run. Out to Jervis from centre wing. He goes long. And the player out there, I think that is Kelly. And he gets the ball and knocks it further afield. Phillips leads in the race for the ball. Gets there now, picks the ball up, fends off, got the handball inside to Elzinger. He was tackled but got away from the tackle. Goes long into their forward line. Through on one situation here. Ball is over the boundary line and it's going to be a throw-in forward pocket. Bannockburn's attacking end of the ground.
Anakie kicking towards the netball courts or the council building end, and
to the railway line.
Bannockburn kicking the other way.
Yep, to the railway line.
To the railway line.
So we got the ball with the umpire now in the forward pocket. It's going to be thrown back into the field of play. Front position, ball comes back to the front of the contest. It's going to be cleared away. So that's through Dalhouse. Right foot kick goes back in the middle of the ground. That's okay. Mark has been taken out there. And there's that Barter, is it?
Barter, mate.
Yeah, so he now goes out towards centre wing. Redoute. He presents up and takes a mark right on centre wing, far side of the ground. Looking back inside, no options there, so just hold now, waiting for some options further afield. One presents, goes towards Bosley. He's up and in front and takes the mark, so they control the ball nicely to the half-forward line. This is the important kick going inside 50. Out the back, the mark will be taken out there. I reckon that might be Alessi once again. And he will go back and have a look at the first goal of the afternoon. 25 to 30 metres out, almost directly in front of goal. Actually, it's LM Birch.
They've started well, Anakie.
Yes, they have.
Very well, mate. So
2 or 3 good kicks coming down the ground. So Birch now, as we said, from about he's directly in front of goal. Accuracy is required. Goes back. Looks okay, but umpire went across a bit too far through for a minor score. One behind to Anakie. Yeah, Bannockburn yet to score. Just on 4 minutes gone. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
Probably disappointing, mate. 25-38, 3 in front would have been the ideal start for Anakie. Put the first one on the board, but Battaglia to bring the ball back in from deep in defence. So coming long to the commentary side of the ground here, looking in the direction of Kunchka. Kunchka puts the hands up, can't quite take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Great pick up there by Marnie. Marnie gets the handball out. Dalhouse now wrapped up. Still manages to get the hands free. Goes for it out. Kicks handballs ball out further to Gear. Gear driving you forward again. Picked up here and run. And it's dropped and run out now. So that's Elzinger now with it. Goes over to Hose. Hose feeds a long handball out to Jervis. Jervis on the right foot, right on the boundary. And Phillips takes the mark between centre wing and half back. Plays on really, really quickly. Looking in the hot spot here. It's a nice looking kick. Ball brought down by Wilson. Wilson turns around the right foot. Has a player running for him. And he's got Battaglia. And the ball is punched away, but it falls into his hands. Throws it on the left boot. And puts it across the face of goal. So scores are now level. One behind apiece. We've ticked over 5 minutes. Morris Finance first quarter. So the ball to be brought back in by Rhodes. Rhodes goes short to cross it. Cross it now. 30 out from his own line. The leads come out here, but he decides just to chip the ball sideways back to Rhodes. So Mason Rhodes still deep in defence for Anakie. Options coming down the line. Nice looking kick towards Barter. Kieran Fulton in front takes a strong grab. That's the second one for the day so far in the first 6 minutes of this game he's taken. So Fulton for Bannockburn. Looking at his options, drives it very, very long. It's a nice looking kick. Hands go up, ball brought down. Fletcher probably been dealt with unfairly there, but Phillips, I think, has got the free kick. So holding the man decision there was there. So Aston Phillips.
Hope he kicks better than Jigger.
I was about to say the same thing, mate. Yeah, that's why he was in the back line. And,
No, he wasn't too bad at all left.
So Ashton Phillips now. Probably 25 to 30 out, pretty much directly in front, looking to kick the first major for the game. Comes in, goal umpire, little trot, but it makes no difference. Ashton Phillips has the first goal of the afternoon. Bannockburn go to 1-1-7. They are leading Anakie on one behind. We've gone 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Morris Finance, first quarter.
Yeah, so that was some good movement into their forward line once again. And Fulton, a couple of strong marks, we said, Spodge. So he's started the game pretty well. It's probably something that he's now come accustomed to, that he needs to play a bit more on the ball. So for Bannockburn to have success, but again, would not be nice to have another big bloke like him standing at full forward as well. Just need to go and find one.
Hetherington or one of those.
Yeah, that'd be nice too. But the ball now back with the umpire, middle of the ground. It's been thrown up. Riddell this time gets the ball out. Went to Jervis. Did nicely, got through the contest. Handball's out. Went to Maybaum. He picked the ball up. And now gets the handball out in the hose direction. Hasn't picked the ball up yet. Elzinger was there. Now there's an infringement there. And it's going to go back to Connor Jervis. It is. So he's going to transfer play. I don't know how this bloke finds space by himself, but he has. And now Fulton goes quickly into their half-forward line. Kunchka out in front. Ball evades him. Goes through to Ujis. He kicks the ball off the ground, runs back over the boundary line. It will be a throw-in 20 metres around from the behind post. Bannockburn's attacking end once again.
Probably had more time than Kieran than what he thought to measure that kick.
So ball thrown back in once again. Ruckwork goes into their forward line. Ball comes out. Cross it, had it, gave the handball away. Bring the ball outside 50. Mark not taken. Goes back to Riddell. Needs to pick the ball up. Get down. Picked it up. Now he's in trouble. Needs to get it out. Umpire comes in. Said no prior opportunity there. We'll give him that one. And we're going to have a ball up inside the forward 50. So it looks like Mayberm, I know. Kelly's come down. Looks like he's going to do some ruck work. Ball from the ruck contest, picked up Delhouse. Kick doesn't get out of the contest too far. Into the hands of Jervis. He goes forward quickly. Kunchka's out in front. Dark again. Ball hits the ground. It's going to be worked away through Whitehouse. He gets a little kick off the ball. Goes towards Battaglia. Got the handball back inside. Into the hands of Alford off a step. Looks at goal. And Bailey Alford, he gets his first of the afternoon. The second now for Bannockburn. They move to 2-1. Anakie are one solitary behind. 8 minutes gone in the Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
Again, just forward line pressure, mate. So I got the umpires for today, mate. Aaron Ritchies, Bradley Rankin and Raymond Innes. The boundaries, Harry Purton, Lockie Punton, Rupert Saunders, Xavier Westhorpe, and the goals, Louise Woolsley and Vic Pittman-Jones. So on the big screen, back in the middle now. We'll have Fulton and Riddell to go at it once the ball is returned to the umpire, who now has it. The ground looking a little bit sparse here today, Dale.
Yeah, no, a drop of rain wouldn't probably hurt down here, I wouldn't think, Smite.
No, it's everywhere else but here. So the ball in the air now. Fulton and Riddell go at it. Fulton wins that one down in front of Hose. Hose picks it up, breaks out of the centre, goes long there. They're looking for Wilson. Wilson goes under the ball, was pushed, and will take the free kick. So Fletcher Wilson putting his boot back on right now. We'll probably go back and line up from about 45 on a 45-degree angle. So no real wind to speak of here, Dale, which is unusual for Bannockburn. Usually a gentle breeze blowing across.
Yes, it's usually get a little zephyr from here or there, but no, it's pretty good today.
Looks pretty good. So Fletcher Wilson, we've spoken about him a fair bit, how he seemed to improve as the season's gone on. Chance now to put the third one on the board for Banno. Coming in, crosses the line now, just about 45. Kick off the boot, has been pushed to the right, through for a minor score. He's first for the day. Bannockburn moved to 2-2, 14. They are leading Anakie, one soldier behind. We've gone 10 minutes, Morris Finance, first quarter, so. Ball to be brought back in now. Short little kick in, finds Dalhouse. Dalhouse 20 out from his own goal, chips it wide into the pocket. So Anakie playing a bit of possession footy now. So long kick down the line. Looking in, Filton comes across, brings the ball to ground. That's a great little pick up, turns around with it. Barter comes across back to Dalhouse again. He goes in short and finds Alessi. That's barely gone the 15, I reckon, mate. So Alessi now, almost in the centre of ground, plays around, swings down the right foot. That's a nice looking kick. And that finds Jet Mills. Mills now, for Anakie, to drive them forward, heading down long into the Bosley direction. Flies, puts the hands up and takes the mark. So Anakie have a chance now to respond. I won't say it's a desperately needed one, mate. We're only going 11 minutes in the first quarter. But, no, it's Barter, actually. I thought it was Bosley that took that grab.
Bosley's got the ginger colour band.
Yes. So, Oscar Barter, who was very, very good that day we sent him against Belmont, kicked 4 and did play it on the ruck, coming in now from about 40 metres out. Ball hits the boot, pushes it across to the right a little bit. Another minor score.
Well.
Yeah, so 2 behinds now to the Anakie side, trailing Bannockburn, who are 2-2. 11.5 minutes gone at Morris Finance, first quarter.
Bearsville doing the kicking in duties for Bannockburn. Cluster at the centre half back position. The majority come clubroom side, but he decides to go long and up the middle. Fulton, Mayburn are both there. Ball comes back to ground. Pick up outside there. Ball was in the hands of Birch. He got rid of it pretty quickly. Ends up out the back door now, so the pressure's right on. Ball goes out towards the boundary line. Will it hit the boundary? Yes, it will. It's being pushed over, and we will have a throw in. Play with that ball was Vanderberg that brought the ball out. So he's looks like he's got a role within that playing group in the midfield, possibly.
Bailey Alford, by the look of it.
Yeah, on Bailey Alford, that's right at the moment. Ball thrown back in by the umpire. Fulton's not holding front position, but it's kicked off the ground or out of the air there by Crossett. Gained some valuable ground, coming through Beardsville into the hands of Elzinger. He was taken without the ball, and a free kick has been given to that player. So this is Jackson Elzinger from the half-back line. Long kick down the line. Again, Mayburn was there, but the ball is out the back and the mark has been taken and will cleared away this time by Mill. Mill goes short inside to Dalhouse. Right on centre wing. Ball goes back to Mill. Running player now. Decides to kick a little bit longer into the forward line. That's a great kick. Out in front of Bosley. Did he have hold of it? Umpire said yes, he did. Had enough of it. And the mark has been paid. So Bosley now with an opportunity, similar position to where Barter had his last kick from, can go back and line up for goal.
That's a great kick in. Yeah, that's 2. The one to Barter was the same, just out in front, let the big blokes put their hands up and take the grab, and that's what's happened both times.
So Bosley, an opportunity for the first for Anakie. And from about 40 metres out, almost directly in front. Comes in, kicks that goal. I think he likes it off the boot. It was holding its line, but I think it's drifted away through for a minor score. So Anakie 3, solitary behinds. Bannockburn a 2-2 at this stage. We have gone just over 13 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter scoreboard.
So Beardsville now for Bannockburn to bring the ball back in. Again, looking to come this way again. Kunchka puts the hand up, say, kick it out here towards me, and that's what he's done. The Kunchka at the back there, reached over top of Uji's, but the ball hits the deck. Quick kick forward there. No one home at all for Bannockburn, and the ball's been marked by Sims for Anakie. He drives play across. It's a nice-looking kick in front of Mills. Mills now turns around. Goes for a run. Probably time for a bounce, but doesn't end. It's not a great kick off the boot, but it bowls for everybody. Gets out the back there. Quick handball out, running away now. It's good. Bannockburn turning defence into attack, going long down the line. Goodwin done really well. Come across, got in front, and took a mark in front of Fletcher Wilson. So, the captain here just chips the ball out wide. So on the far side of the ground here at Victoria Park. Not a lot of options down the ground to kick to, so it's probably only one long down the line, and that's what is decided upon. So, ball punched out. Umpire has paid a free kick for a hold. It's going to Anakie. Oh. So, ball's been returned from over the boundary line. Options to be looked at here. Again, a bit stagnant down back, so it's going to have to be the long kick in the pack. Barter gives a lead, comes back, went to take the mark. That man there, Fulton again, he's just in the way. So, he's been very good again. Number 3. Chips the ball across, nice looking kick. Come out further here. Got Jackson Elzinger all on his own. It was Bowden who delivered that. Elzinger comes around the corner, looking long down the line towards Kunchka. He puts the hands up. Uji's may have given him a little nudge, but the umpire said no. Uji's plays on straight away. Not a great kick off the boot. Nearly landed the hands across it. Coming through the back, going without it there was Bath, but done really well. Applied a tackle, so the ball we wrapped up about 25 metres out from Anakie's goal here. 15.5, Morris Finance first quarter. Rucks to go at it. Keldo wins that one down. Only as far as White. White dispossessed. Ball comes out even wider again. So now spilling out. What's the umpire paid here? He's paid a hole in the man for a kick to Anakie. I didn't see that one, Dale. The side of the van covered me head there. So Anakie through the agency of Vandenberg now, having another shot at goal. Be 35 out on a very 60-degree angle here. So ball hits the boot and has started right, stayed right, through for the 4th minor for Anakie. They move to 4 behinds, trailing Bannockburn 2-2, 16 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter.
So the ball from the back line has been brought in very quickly. A little chip up over the top had to be made by Fulton. He did make the ground low to it. He's taken the mark, gets back to his feet now. A little chip further afield. Player leads up out in front. The mark has been taken out this time by Kelly, or he wasn't paid. Ball comes to the ground, fed back out towards Fulton once again. In some time and some space, got the handball out the back, went back to Beardsall. Put him under a little bit of pressure. He got around the oncoming player, then kicked back towards centre wing. Mark not taken out there. I think that might have been Thompson. Back ground level, picked up by Dalhouse. They run from the half-back line. Kernack kicks. That's a great look and a great kick. And the ball, they continue to run. Put himself under a bit of a pressure when he stopped and propped there, Rideau, but he's gone back with a short kick. But going back and filling the hole once again is Kieran Fulton. So he's now got Mayburn wide, decides that he's not going there. The longer option, though, he's decided this time he will go there. So Mayburn in front and Mark's on his chest. Running players outside. He uses the handball now to Elzinger. He's got a little bit of time and space now. Decides to carry and go longer into their forward line. Kunchka up in front, but can't take the mark. Ball gets out the back. Goodwin did that nicely. Player was intercepted into the hands of Hose. Handball's back inside. Alford runs, looks at goal. Has he got his second? No, he's offline through for a minor score. 2-3 to the Bannockburn side. Anakie are 4 behinds, and we've ticked towards 17.5 minutes. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
So, ball brought back in. Kick looking for Dalhouse. He's pushing the back as he went to take that mark, and unfortunately, free kick been given away there. So, Dalhouse now, again, deep in defence, chips the ball over the top and finds Vandenberg. Vandenberg now for Anakie. Just inside defensive 50, comes back to Dalhouse. So, just a bit of possession footy here by Anakie. Been forced to kick down the line. Not a bad looking kick out here, but the ball comes over the back and the mark is taken by Barter. So not originally the target, but made good ground to make the contest. Barter now, long down the line. In front there was Bowden, couldn't quite take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Nice little pick up there. Gets a quick handball out. So Mayborn with the ball now. Chips inside. Nice looking kick, finds Jervis. Jervis turns around, plays on. Long down the line again, looking for Kelly. Goes over the back. Battaglia taps the ball in front of himself. Keeps doing so. He's beaten to the ball that time by Kernack, but wraps him up in a tackle, brings him to the ground. The umpire says no prior opportunity. So we'll now have a ball up about 40 metres out from the Bannockburn goal. Nearly 19 minutes ticked over here. Morris Finance first quarter. Riddell wins that one down. Ball stolen by Mayborn. But then it's pinched out of his hands there, but quick handball out of the pack. Knocked back in again now, so Riddell trying to take it with him. Mills gets a quick handball out, but only as far as Bowden drives forward, looking for Fulton, who's gone forward. And that's probably mark number 5 for the first quarter, Dale, 20 minutes in.
Yes, he's been good so far, Spider. As I said, right option too. Big fella's gone forward, which is a menacing thought for the Anakie side. But when you got a bloke that size, you can rest him right at full forward.
You did ask that he didn't come off the ground when he was having a rest, mate. So you've got your wish. So Kieran Fulton to break a run of minor scores in this game, kicking from about 25-30 on a 25-30 degree angle. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. He likes it, and what a fantastic move there to keep him on by our own Dale Smith. 3-3 Bannockburn now, leading Anakie with 4 behinds. We've gone 20 minutes. Morris Finance, first quarter.
Got a young bloke in the ruck now, young Jack Thompson. From all reports, works hard, can jump. Obviously, in time, he'll fill out.
Two things I don't do, Dale. Work hard or jump.
Hey?
2 things I don't do, mate. Work hard or jump.
Yeah, no, me either. Never been able to do both, so that's it.
Ooh,
Ball from the contest comes out, and Thompson did that pretty nicely. Riddell went back and collected it. He was taken high, so he wins a free kick. Delhouse was looking for the handball, but it's not there. He thought about Goodwin, but he again now decides to kick himself into the forward line. Barter out in front,
kick.
and good positioning from Barter himself. Led at the ball. Tommy Bath couldn't do much about that. And he will go back. He's had one shot at goal from a similar distance. Probably just a little bit more of an angle to work here, but he's had a good look at it previously. So Oscar Barter will step and kick right on 50. Again, it didn't look good off the boot.
It's come back.
But it's gone right through the middle, hasn't it?
Oh,
No,
it's been marked on the line.
So it's been marked there by Bowden. He goes out wide, goes looking towards Elzinger. Ball gets over the back. Ball is picked up there, but he handballs straight back to Elzinger. Got the handball away to his teammate there, Ian Elliott. He couldn't kick the ball inside the field of play, and we'll have a throw-in far side for where we sit, in between half forward and centre wing at Anakie's attacking end of the ground. There must have been a free kick given here, is there?
Yeah, I didn't see that was for, mate.
Not too sure. Maybe a hold, possibly. But anyway, it's in the hands of Elzinger. And he goes along the boundary line, went looking for Thompson. Ball gets out the back. Riddell was there. At ground level, he picked the ball up, got the handball outside. Put his teammate under a little bit of pressure because he was forced over the boundary line. So a ball in will take place. Centre wing on the far side of the ground. We said Riddell doing some ruck work up against young Jack Thompson now at the moment. Riddell's front position. Thompson gets there now, jumps, pushes the ball back down to the front of the contest. Picked up by Riddell. Handball goes out and into the hands of Mills. Mills to the half-forward line. Barter again comes up and takes the mark. He wants to go quickly and goes now outside, running player. Mark will be taken once again, this time by Birch. So they're getting plenty of shots from this position on the ground.
Thought he was going to trip over his own feet then, mate.
Looks like got speed wobbles. So Elliot Birch with an opportunity now to put their first on the board. They have had plenty of opportunities at this from this end of the ground and from similar distances. Not too sure of his ability with distance. Runs out, gives himself a little bit of room. Ball stays left and through for a minor score. So they're having some opportunities here, but just can't put the score on the board.
I know last week, though, where I think Corio had their first 6 behinds were rushed. This has been set shots.
Yeah.
So ball comes back in now. Long down the line in the Thompson direction. He flies, punches the ball down the ground. Comes over the back. Nice quick handball out there. Finds Maybourne. Maybourne goes out wide looking for Elzinger. Liam. He takes the mark on the half-back line here. Chips the ball in short. Maybourne follows up his good work. Handballs the ball over to Jervis. Jervis looking long down the line towards Fulton. And why wouldn't you? Puts the hands up. Could have been tunnelled from behind. He might get up a bit gingerly there, but ball hits the deck now. Shepherding. He's been paid for dropping the ball. So that might have been a bit of a square up for not paying the tunnelling there, Dale, I think. But Locke Battaglia has the ball now. Left footer will suit him in that pocket. And he has paid 50. So that will put that one to rest, Dale. Locke Battaglia should come in and...
is that not coming back on the mark? Or
I think so, mate. I think that's what he signalled. So Locke Battaglia will go right to the goal line here. And we'll put through the fourth for Bannockburn. It does just that. So Bannockburn moved to 4-3, leading Anakie who are 5 behinds. We've gone 24, Morris Finance first quarter.
yes, a nice bit of play there. As I said, they're running when they get the ball. They do like to move the ball very quickly, and that's what they did from the half-back line. As I said, some quick movement in. Fulton possibly should have got a free kick, but ball out the back. Battaglia got the free kick and then was awarded a 50-metre penalty. It's something the coach wouldn't like to see, I didn't think, from the Anakie side. But
not in fourth 50, mate.
yeah, not when you're that close to goal. It can hurt you really big time. So,
well, it's they've had 5 shots at goal to 7, mate, and they're a long way behind.
So the ball is back with the umpire in the middle of the ground.
It's like Caldo in the middle.
Caldo. That'd be a South Barwon
connection.
name, wouldn't it? Yeah. So the ruckmen go at it once again. Ball comes out of the contest. Dalhouse outside. The ball comes outside and went to Birch. Birch swings on the left foot, goes back in towards the centre forward position. Ball hits the ground at ground level. Tom Bath tries to trap the ball in front of himself. He's done that so nicely so far. And the ball now is cleared away from the half-back line. Goes back towards centre wing. Wilson comes up. Can't take the mark, but at ground level, the handball over the top. Alzinger. That was a nice bit of work. I reckon that might have been Battaglia that knocked the ball out. Again, they keep possession of the ball. Runs to the half, or still on the half centre wing position. McCarthy had it and took the ball over the boundary line. So we will have a throw-in which will take place. I have to see Ronnie at one stage. He's going to ask a few where some of these blokes have come from. But
yeah.
So again, ruck contest.
Throw it in again.
I was going to ask to do it again. Little fella on the far side throwing it back into a bit of a breeze maybe. Although it's pretty still.
It's not warm out here, Dale.
No, it's not warm, Spide, but it's all right in the box here. So ball going thrown back in by the umpire. Thompson front position. Ball comes to the front. Now there's a hold, I think, that was indicated. Yep. And it's going to go back to Thompson. He's got the player running past Mayborn once again outside the hose. A little bit slow through the air, but he's got plenty of time and space. Lead up Fulton once again. And he's taken quite a number of marks. He goes back outside the hose and he runs and carries the ball. I'm not too sure who he's looking at, but it's gone straight back into the hands of Birch. Thought he's going to fall over again, Spide.
No, he was, mate. Maybe his shoes are too big for him.
He's got the wobbles going backwards, I think. So Birch now is weighing up his options. He's going to go back to where the ball came from. That's not a bad option because Bosey was out there. Was it Bosey? No, it wasn't. It was Caldo once again this time, sorry. And he's been... ball has evaded him and the ball gone over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw-in which will take place in between centre wing and half forward. And this time we're back in Bannockburn's attacking end of the ground.
Right. Reece Conklin coming off for a rest. There's Thompson coming off for a rest too. Probably means Fulton's gone back in the middle. So ball thrown in now, and there's Fulton has taps the ball down to Mayborn. Mayborn driving forward in the Kelly direction. Tried to use his body, probably pushed out there, but got away with it. So repelling the Zoogie's out of defence, but only as far as Hose. So Hose on centre wing here for Bannockburn. Looking to drive them back into attack. So he just goes short and finds Fulton. Fulton looks to play on, but changes his mind now. Maybe he thinks he's going to have a shot from 60 out. He'll probably get close to it too, Dale. But just drives the ball along, sits it up. Mayborn in front there, can't quite take the mark. Battaglia taps it off. That's very clever. Quick kick off the ground by Kunchka and has hit the post. So 4-4 now to Bannockburn. 5 behind still to Anakie. We've gone 27.5 minutes. Morris Finance first quarter. Ball kicked in quickly. Finds Birch. Birch runs himself in a bit of trouble. Feeds a handball back towards Mason. Mason drives the ball down line. Doesn't really matter. Siren's gone. So at quarter time we have Banno 4-4. 28 leading Anakie. 5 behind. Goal kickers. Thanks, Dale.
Yes, goal kicks for the Bannockburn side. Battaglia, Fulton, Phillips and Alford all have one. As we said, Anakie yet to put a major on the board. We'll take a short break. Come back. Quarter time scores from around the ground. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Victoria Park. Hopefully our connection issues can last longer than 5 or 6 minutes, and we might get a full call in here. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, currently the score sees Bannockburn 4-4-28 leading, Anakie 5 behind. Around the grounds, there's only a couple of scores that have come up on the day update, and that is Werribee 45 leading Corio 20, Geelong West Giants 25 leading North Geelong 15. So others haven't updated yet, but that could be the internet issues out here at Bannockburn, Dale.
Yeah, no, nothing like the reception, mate.
No.
It's sometimes like the reception when you get home, Spider, some nights.
This is like going to a dry wedding, mate. The sort of reception you don't turn up to. Anyway, buddy,
we'll just work our way through it, and as I said, we'll keep calling, and hopefully we can get something together.
Well, you can watch the game straight after it, so it will be on on the YouTube channel. Yes, mate, it'll be there. Yes, you can. Yeah.
So now umpire just looking around the ground. He's happy with everything that's going on there. Gets a thumbs up. So action for the second quarter is just about to start with the ball in the umpire's hand, and he throws it in the air. As we said, Fulton back in doing some ruck work. Jervy's not taken without the ball. The ball comes out the back into the hands of Whitehouse. Got the handle away to Dalhouse. Outside to Goodwin. Goodwin's got a running player in Rhodes. Used him. He gets away from his player chasing and kicks now towards centre wing. Leading up Mills with Conker. Ball gets to the boundary line, and it is over the boundary line and will be a throw in.
Wow.
You want to get closer? There's the ball now back with the umpire. Fulton doing the ruck work up against Riddell. Ball comes out the back. Riddell used his hands and pushed in there and got the ball in towards centre forward. Barter comes up, didn't finish the mark. Got to his knees, tried to get the handball out, still trying to feed the ball out. Play arrives into the hands now of Dalhouse. A long option outside, uses that option. Good work out there. Player kicks the ball in. Reckon that might have been a Milne. Goes towards their full forward position. Ball cleared away. Goes back outside towards Elzinger. He's up. Can't take the mark. At ground level. Picked up by Hose. He's tackled. Can't get the ball out. Umpire circles. Says, was there a prior opportunity? No, he says. Umpire says, let's have a ball up inside forward 50 for Anakie. Thrown up quickly by the umpire. Fulton this time feeds the ball out the back. Maybaum kicks the ball back towards centre wing. Ball bounces, coming through. Kunchka couldn't take it cleanly. Hose is there. He trapped it. Kunchka went back and collected it. Went back towards Maybaum. Back to Hose.
Below the knees.
Umpire said below the knees, but the umpire's allowed play to go on now into the hands. Ends up in the hands of Elzinger once again, Liam, and he goes in towards centre half forward. Lead up player is, I think that might have been Wilson, went through his hands. Ball gets out the back. So now Uji's little chip up over the top is good. Mark will be taken out there by Gear. Handballs to a running player outside, and they go back towards centre wing. Radu comes up and juggled the mark and did that nicely on centre wing. Looks to advance the ball further down the field. Mark is taken, and this time by Alessi. So Alessi just forward of his centre wing, goes in towards the centre half forward position. Bosley, good lead up, and again he takes the mark and right on 50 has a chance to go back and look at goal. Player leads at him. That could be Barter out the back. Bart's there, had hands on ball. Barter now picks the ball up, tries to feed the ball out, sits underneath him. Umpire circles and says, again, I'm not going to agree with that because I don't know whether he had much opportunity to get rid of it. Ball out the back from Beardsall, goes looking towards Elzinger. A little bit too much speed on. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in which will take place in front of the scoreboard here at Bannockburn.
Yeah, I don't think it's prior opportunity, mate. If you try to take a mark and you're coming down, you get tackled straight away.
Yeah.
I think that's prior opportunity.
He did try to move his hands out, but the ball was dragged back, so I think that might have been a bit tough on the player. But anyway, ball outside now. Again, ball from that ruck contest. Ends up out the back, cross it. He goes long into their forward line. Ball spoiled from behind there by Bath to the front. Picked up out there and kicked away by Bowden. Back into the middle of the ground. Batalia's there. He left it to his teammate and Kelly, but Anakie player, I think that might have been Birch, went in after it and picked the ball up. They worked out. Good hands there. Goes back inside. Mobom gets the ball out into the hands of Hose from the middle of the ground. Looks outside.
Right kick.
Good look. Finds Kunchka in one space. Gets around one. Got the handball further afield to Jervis on the right boot. Puts it back towards goal and hits the post. So Connor Jervis hits the post. The first score of the second quarter is behind. Bannockburn 4-5. Anakie are 5 straight behinds. We have gone 3.5 minutes.
So ball brought back in quickly here. Finds Milne. Milne breaks the tackle, looking long down the line. It's a nice looking kick towards Riddell. Fulton came in late. Did the spoil. Quick kick forward here. Anakie are out. There's 2 or 3 runners on here. Leading the race, the ball is Whitehouse, but it's brilliant work coming across there by Conker. Knocks the ball away. Anakie, you were out there, Dale.
Yes.
Just had to sit for him.
Yeah, just had to have that right kick, didn't it?
That's the beauty of our game, mate. Our ball's not round. So anyway, the ball to be thrown back in. Fulton and Riddell to do the ruck work right in front of the scoreboard here at Bannockburn. Ball in the air. Fulton takes it out of the ruck, gets a handball out wide. Tap forward there towards Hose. Hose just knocked off the ball when he didn't have it. Too high, said the umpire. Probably there. Unless you just come through indiscriminately. So young James Hose here. Bannockburn looking at his options. He's going to be down the line looking for Kunchka. Kunchka's caught at the back, so he's forced to punch away from Cowan. Hacked out of the mid-air by Goodwin. Good option, Lessie. Oh, that's a throw. No, all umpires seen it and no one paid it. But anyway, the ball bounces over the back now. Chance here for Bowden for Bannockburn. He leads the race and, wow. That's a volleyball spike, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely a flick.
I think 3 umpires looked at it and thought someone's going to pay it and no one did. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Good to see the flick pass come back into footy. So, ball back thrown in.
They've taken us back about 60 years, Spider, but Jesus.
Fulton and Barter. Barter goes the big tap over the back. Doesn't quite get it. Falls in the hands of Elsinger. He gets the ball out. Nice little pick up there. Handball long again. As the umpire said here, I thought that was a whistle. It must have been the netball I was hearing. Ball rolls out of the bench line in front of Kelly. So, far side of the ground here at Bannockburn. About 35 metres round from the Anakie goal. We've ticked over, nearly 6 minutes here of the Buckley Entertainment second quarter. Ball comes in. Fulton and Barter again. Short throw. Neither Ruckman gets a clear tap, but Fulton does well at ground level. Picks it up. Dodges and weaves. Gets a handball back to Hose on the left foot. He goes long down the line. 2 on 1 here. Both sport each other. The Anakie players come to ground now. Far side of the ground. Nice little handball there by Sim. Sim releases Dalhouse. Dalhouse comes through the middle to Mills. Mills goes long down the line again. 2 on 1 here. Ball brought to ground winner by Tommy Barth there. Done really well to bring it down to the ground. The contest. Ball trickles over. And after a 50-metre kick one way, 50-metre kick back, we're in exactly the same spot we were about a minute ago to ball the ball up. About 35 metres around from the Anakie goal. So, Fulton just used his body out, muscles his opponent there. Ball comes to ground. If we wrapped up here, and the umpire will come in, have no choice but to ball it up. So 6.5 gone. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter here, 4-5-29 to 5 points. Bannockburn in front. Fulton does well, wins it one down. Had a bit too much on it there for Elsinger, but he done really well at ground level. Picks it up, tries to feed it out. Wrapped up in the tackle now. Umpire's probably going to come in and say, I'll have it again. Maybe you just get the commentary bus over that side, Dale. It seems he's stuck in that pocket.
Yeah. Doesn't matter where we go, Spider. It's always the other side of the ground.
No, mate, we'll keep blowing a howl easterly, mate, and the ball's to be on the other side of the ground. So, ball thrown up now. Fulton in front. Wins that one down to the left hand. Ball spills free. Quick kick out of the pack there by Kelly. Picked up and trapped. Comes back towards Sim. Sim tried to go short, but chopped off here. Quick handball through the middle. Looking good here. Now, Hose with the ball now for Bannockburn. Switches it out wide. 2 on 1 here. Well done by Bowden. Great talk. Not a great handball, but Liam Elsinger made him look good. 2 bounces now. Looking long down. Batalia's got space at the back. Definitely down the ground. Goodwin took Elsinger out well and true after got rid of the ball. No need for it. But Loch Batalia will now have a shot at goal for Bannockburn. 20-25 metres out on a 45 to 50 degree angle here, right in front of the club rooms. A well-attended past players' day, most of them standing in behind the glass. Unlike when they were playing, they were a bit tougher back then. So Loch Batalia comes in. That's a horrible kick off the boot, and he has missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. No one's kicked a goal here, Dale. But
yes, ball now is going to be kicked in. Sim goes across the face of goal. It's okay. And the teammate marks the ball and goes wider. Kick is not going to hit the target, I don't think. Phillips looked like he could have had marked the ball. Gets out the back, picked up out there. Elliott had the ball and lost it. Teammates come in, but the ball has been won by Anakie. They go outside. I think that might be Kernack out there on the far side of the ground. Ball ends up with Bannockburn once again, back towards the boundary line, and now it will go over, and we will have a throw-on which will take place. So on the far side of the ground, the young fellow doing some more work out there.
Arms like Arnie Schwarzenegger by the end of the day.
Yeah. So ball now with the umpire, thrown back in. Maybaum doing the ruck work. Ball tapped back to the front of the contest, picked up by Hose. Almost got through the contest, did nicely, got the handball back outside in towards Alford. Little kick round the body was also good. Now Phillips has it. He looks inside, goes quickly back towards Battaglia. Arc not taken, has some time on the left boot, goes into the full forward position. Going to end up in the hands of Fulton here. Got through one, outside he goes. Working back towards Kunchka, off a step, round the body he goes, and he won't drag it back anywhere near far enough as well. Through for a minor score. So he's a second behind of the afternoon. 4-6 now to the Bannockburn side. 5 behind Anakie. And ball is brought back in very quickly. Marcus taken out there. Barker goes along the boundary line. Mark, was it taken? No, was it? Picked up out there by Alzinger. He looks to go back on his left foot. Goes back towards Fulton. He's up. Big target takes the mark. And we'll go back and shoot for goal.
See if we can get one here, mate.
Be nice. We're both sides struggling at the moment, Spide, to see the big post and put one through the middle. Might be an easy kick from this position unless he's gone back far enough, but he's going to kick the traditional drop punt by the looks of things.
He's gone back to the fish and chip shop, mate.
Yeah, might be ordering me lunch. So Fulton steps in now. Kicks that goal, stabs at it. I think he has done that pretty nicely. No, he hasn't. The umpire said it's a behind.
Took a while then, didn't it?
Did. I don't think he was too confident. The umpire definitely wasn't. So 4-7 now. Bannockburn, 5 behind Anakie. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, we have gone just over 10.5.
12 behind, same 4 goals, 12 for the day. Not great. Anyway, ball to be brought back in there by Crossett. He chips it out wide. Not a great kick, not at all. Elzinger did really well there. Taps the ball forward. But picked up there, handball across. Anakie control the footy again. Again, popped the ball up to no one to tick across. It's wrapped up, and umpire's paid holding the man there. So Kelly had him before acceptances. He comes in short, finds Kernuck. Kernuck now goes short again, looking for Milne. Not a great kick in defence at all. Puts him under all sorts of pressure. Help arrives. Kernuck does be dispossessed by Battaglia there. Ball comes out wide again. Now a chance. So Milne drives Anakie out wide. That's a great kick. Great kick there. Looking to come in board. No, that's not a great kick at all. So, error-riddled passage of play here at the moment. Bannockburn now controlling the ball. Nice short kick in. Look for Kunchka. He just takes the mark unopposed, about 50 metres out from his own goal.
This might be testing material. There's a bit of a breeze, I reckon. Just might be kicking into it.
I reckon there is a little bit of picking up now, isn't there? Yep. Oh, look at that. The old man Barrel. He knows, doesn't he, eh? Barrel Grinter knows exactly where the wind's coming from. He can feel on the back of his neck, you reckon? So Josh Kunchka coming in. So be kicking from right on 50. He does. May not make the distance. It hasn't. Fulton's there. Puts the big hands up. Can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Kernuck running with the ball. Taps it out in front of him. Sims comes out to chop him out, but gets tackled high. Which when you're not that overly tall, mate, it's not that hard, is it? So Sims now for Anakie. Drives the ball out wide. Nice looking kick. Into the hands of Milne. Milne now. Approaching half back. Goes out wider again. Nice looking. Oh, chopped off there. It was looking for gear. Didn't quite make it. Elzinger couldn't quite pick it up. It does well to tackle. Ridout goes long down the line. Looking for Bosley. It clean bowls everybody. Races on. The Banjo line will win the race. So we'll have a Banjo line throw in. Just outside Anakie's attacking forward 50 here at Victoria Park. I said we've ticked over 12.5. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter. 4-7 leads 5 behinds. So, end-to-end footy, just no one can score a goal. Ball to be thrown back in. Thompson and Caldo. Thompson does well to get to the front, brings the ball to ground. Picked up and wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire says, I'll have this one. So,
Winchelsea and Thompson at 21, Winchelsea 22 to the Thompson side. Bell Post East Geelong hasn't come through. Inverleigh 31, Belmont Lions 16.
Ooh, here we go. Umpire's paid holding the man there to Anakie. And I am not sure that was, he might have his hand on him, but I don't think he was holding on him. But anyway, the free kick's been paid against Bowden, and looks like it's going to Bosley. So maybe Andrew Bosley can break the run of about 9 consecutive behinds. Tough kick again though, Dale, but if that breeze is blowing across there, he might be able to drop it out towards the left goal post here and bring it back. So no more than 20 metres out, but almost on the boundary line. Bosley for Anakie now, coming in. Deliberate approach, puts it on the boot, does just that, aims at the goal post, pushes it across too far, has his second behind for the afternoon. The 6th for Anakie, so it's 4-7, 6 behinds.
Beardsall now with the ball, kicks in, runs, carries, goes out wide. Nice looking kick, gets out the back, coming up the mark, taken from behind. I think that may be Kelly out there, so he is taking the mark in between centre wing and half forward. Ball, a little chip. Also good into Jervy's hands. Still defensive side of centre wing. He goes back outside, Maybaum. So he's a little bit of possession football. Ball goes in. This time a little bit too much on the ball. Out the back to Dalhouse. Into the hands now of Sim. He chips the ball short. That's okay. Kernack takes the mark. So Kernack now from centre wing decides he's going to go a little bit longer and into their forward line. In front, Barter. Position between two. Ball comes to the front of the contest. Picked up outside. Handball goes out wide from Dalhouse. Over the top. Got a race player there. Redu kicks round the body. Goes back towards the goal square. Ooh. Big spoil from behind or from in front there. Front of the contest. Handball comes out into the hands of Elzinger. He's tackled, brought to ground. And umpire says let's have it back about 10 metres out from the, or 20 metres out from the goals. Anakie's attacking end.
Bowden could have marked that.
Should have. Probably no talk around him. Spied. That's it.
Yeah, true.
Loud call. So the ball thrown up by the umpire once again. Ball comes out of that contest. Barter went after it. Ball from the Bath. Got the handball outside at ground level. They're still trying to work out who's going to come through with it. Dalhouse has it. He is tackled and brought to ground. Oh, again, I don't know whether I know he tried to walk through the contest, but he didn't have much ground to move.
No.
And it's going to be a free kick to Bannockburn, and that was Thompson. Thompson delivers the ball short. Went out wide now, finds Beardsall, goes to Conker. From the half-back line, a chip towards centre wing. Elzinger takes the mark. This is Jackson. Looks for the running players. Went towards his teammate, put it straight in the hands of Jet Mills, and the ball will come back the other way. Goes out looking towards Barter. That's a good kick. Had two options, got the second of them. And Barter will go back now and kick for goal. So Barter now, the real opportunity here, 35 metres out. Not a great deal of angle to work on here. He's pretty much kicking from the centre half forward position. Comes in, kicks that goal. This time the umpire stands and looks straight over the top of the head. The first goal on the board for Anakie. It's 1 goal, 6 to Anakie, 4-7 Bannockburn, and we have ticked over 16 and a half minutes. Buckley's Entertainment's second quarter scoreboard.
Just probably a little bit of an experience there from Jackson Elzinger. You can see what he's trying to do, move the player, and he got caught, went to handball, then held it back, then the handball had a bit more force on that was required. Goes over the top of it. Probably better off then when the handball went past him, just looking to kick the ball long down the line and let the boys set up down the ground. But that's, I just seen Ronnie come up and say, don't worry about it, and we'll learn from that. So, good coaching. Young bloke will learn. Move on. We've all done that, mate. I never handball. But anyway, ball back in the middle now. Thompson, Riddell wins that one down towards Jervis, then goes and does his own work, feeds the handball out. And still keep going here. It's 3-on-1 here. That's fantastic work by Phillips. He's done really well at ground level there to hold that one up. Ball comes out to Jervis now, who kicks the ball long down the line. Look for Kunchka. Chopped off there by Kernock. Done really well to keep it at his feet. Put the hands up. Still got it. Umpire let him go. Ball comes out. Wrapped up again. So we'll have a ball up. So Austin Marnie was wrapped up. That's fantastic work by young Phillips here, mate. 3-on-1. He won the contest. So ball in the air now. Thompson, Riddell. Riddell wins that one down quite easily. Out in front of Birch. Birch wrapped up in a tackle straight away. No prior opportunity. And the umpire said he had prior opportunity. Dale is almost agreeing with that one, so that's fine. So Marnie again. A couple of nice things in a row. Nice looking kick out there towards Fulton and hits the leading forward. So Kieran Fulton has 1-1 on the day so far. He'll be kicking just inside 50. He's just had his passport stamped again. Dale's going to make that far. So Fulton now for Bannockburn. Been kicking from about 45. Probably a worse than 50-degree angle in front of the club rooms here. Comes in now. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. Not going to quite get the distance. Lands in the square. Mark taken. Has been paid.
think he talked the umpire into
I
that.
think Mayborn did talk the umpire into that, mate.
I know he had a bit of it, but I don't know whether he had it long enough.
I don't know if he had it for the, 3 seconds or so. Anyway, Mayborn comes in, low drop punt, gets the 5th goal for Bannockburn. They move to 5-7-37, leading Anakie 1-6-12, and we have gone 19 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter. Experienced by Mayborn there.
Yeah, it was actually. As I said, I don't know who made the call there, but definitely the umpire might have been persuaded just a little bit, but that doesn't matter. Scores on the board now, so we just got to move on.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Back in the middle of the ground. Fulton has gone back and do the ruck work now. As we said, Riddell doing most of it for the Anakie side. Pretty much unchanged in there at this side, point of the game. So ruck contest there. Riddell did nicely there. Got the ball out of the centre, kicks into their half-forward line. Ball gets to ground. Going after it now is Barter. Went after it, left it behind. Bass there. Has the ball. Sits over the top. Elzinger picked the ball up. He's tackled. Got the handball out. Into the hands now of Delhouse. Little kick in towards the full forward position. Coming out. Bosley had 1 or 2 goes at it. Picked up. Kicked round the body. That's a nice looking finish. Whitehouse has got his first of the afternoon. And the second for Anakie. They move to 2-6. They trail Bannockburn on 5-7. 19 and a half minutes gone. And this is the Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard.
Rob Rice has sent me through to the scores, mate. Quarter time, I believe 31, Belmont 14. That was the quarter time score, mate. 5-1 to 2-2.
Good kicking from
Thanks,
Inali.
Rob.
And a good start.
And a good start, mate. Yeah, which they haven't been known for. So thank you to Robert for that, for keeping us updated. We really appreciate it. Obviously, we've had enough of internet, mate, to get a message through to, there's a tin can running from Bannockburn to Inverloy.
Long string.
The old tin can and the fishing line. Anyway, game has come alive a bit here now. We've multitude of points kicked in a row to having 2 goals kicked in a row. Or 3. Ball back in the middle. Fulton and Riddell. Fulton wins that one down, looking to row his own ball. Does so. Breaks through the pack. Kicks the ball long in the Kunchka direction. He done really well to hold the space. But coming through there is Milne. Done well. Gets a handball out here. Goes towards Whitehouse, kicked the last goal. A handball over the top there, not great.
Missed the target, I think.
It went straight over it would have gone over Joel Garner's head, mate, that one. So Goodwin got a bit excited with that and punched it a bit hard. And we'll have a boundary line throw in right in front of the change rooms here at Victoria Park. So Fulton and Riddell. Ball comes in. Neither ruckman really gets a touch to it. Jervis tried to pick the ball up, couldn't quite do so. Bowden, very clever, feeds it through his hands. Quick handball over top to Fulton. Fulton comes out wide again, looking to Mayborn. Mayborn drives Bannockburn into the hot spot. Mark not taken, Batali at the back. Probably held without it, but ball hits the deck now. Umpire's coming in, says, I'll have it. The transition, the ball's moving reasonably well, Dale. It's moving pretty quickly and freely, but then, I don't know. Defence is on top. So, ball in the air now. Riddell has a second go, knocks it forward, really clever. Handball over the top now, running out with Sim, but couldn't take it with him on the deck now. Birch done really well, gets it out, nice handball over the top, finds Ridout, who drives, no, there's Ridout out there, drives it long. It's chopped off here, handball back to Fulton in the middle of the ground. He's got options out wide, kicks towards and finds Kunchka. Running for him now is Hose, that's where he heads, chipped over the top. So Hose now. 60 out, and he goes short again, finds Battaglia. So Lachlan Battaglia marks that ball probably on the 50-metre line here.
Too far out.
Might test the hammies, and
go back
he thought that. Yep. So Connor Jervis now on the half-forward flank. Bannockburn to attack. A lot of numbers here behind the ball now, so not much more option but to go back out wide to Battaglia again. He plays on really quick, chips the ball over the top, nice kick, finds Wilson. Still in that, probably that dead pocket, Dale, where it's hard to kick goals from.
A bit of a breeze to work with, mate.
So Fletcher Wilson, probably going to be kicking from about 45 here. He's taking the Kieran Fulton approach, and we'll go for holidays before we come back and have a kick this one. So in comes Wilson for Bannockburn. Onto the boot. Has he got the distance in the square again? Ball comes to ground. Quick clearing kick. No, didn't go far, but cross it done well. Got the handball over to Kernock. Kernock goes long. That's a very long kick down the middle with the centre of the ground. Coming through was Ridout. Done well. Handball's over to Riddell. It's at his feet. Done really well here. He's picked it up on the left foot. Players running in front of him. Goes to Barter. Barter had time and space. Got a horrible bounce. Bowden gets there. Wraps him up. Has time to get a handball over his head. Oh, our game can be cruel. Bannockburn now through. That was driving the ball forward now out in front of Thompson. Thompson is chopped off there, and Goodwin runs the ball out. No, it wasn't. It was Kernock runs the ball out. Throws the ball back in now, and have a boundary line thrown in front of the club rooms. We have gone change room. We've gone 24 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
So nothing waiting now. The umpire about to restart the play. Throw in to take place. Fulton doing the ruck work. Waddell there with him also. Both players there. Fulton gets the ball out, goes to gear. Little quick kick. Didn't travel too far. Picked up out there and cleared by Bowden. He goes back into the half-forward line. Good work out there. I reckon that may have been Caldo that knocked the ball towards the boundary line and did so. Oh, I'm not too sure. He's now been paid deliberate for knocking it over the boundary line. A little bit tough, but anyway, did the right thing. Kunchka now with the ball. Josh's just asking, do I have to sit over the other side of the fence here? He looks to go back inside. Mark will be taken out there. Jervis once again, so he's in a better position, a little bit more central. Decides to play on now, and he goes long towards a true centre-half forward position. Mark not taken out there, picked up out there, and lost. Picked up by Mills, though. He gets the handball out the back to Goodwin. Little chip forward, that's also good. Cross it's there. Running player Mills once again tries to sneak through the middle of the ground. He is in big trouble here. A little bit of opportunity, and couldn't get rid of the ball. He's a little bit just needed to shake his arm somehow and lose the tag, but Elzinger held on pretty nicely there. So Liam Elzinger now, short, goes in towards Battaglia. Mark not taken once again. It's going to come back into his hands once again. Picks the ball up. And a push against Battaglia there, and it's going to be picked up by Mills. And he's going to win possession of the ball. Centre-half back position for the Anakie side. So Jet Mills now looking at his options, wants to go and does so now and plays across the ground. Kick has to be good and was found. Dalhouse step back inside now on the left boot. Delivers the ball long into their half-forward line. That's a great kick out in front of Rideau. And he is leading to the race for the ball, but the boundary line will see it over. And we will have a throw-in inside forward 50 for the Anakie side.
Waiting for the boundary umpire to catch up, mate.
There's only one on the far side, is there?
There's two here.
Two, and then one little bloke on the far side by himself.
He's doing it all on his own. There was supposed to be four umpires. There was four. I named them earlier.
I might have broken down, Spot. Might have had hamstring trouble.
RDO.
Anyway, he's there now. He's arrived, and a big throw in by the little fella. Did nicely too. Fulton taps the ball out the back. Kept up. Handball comes back inside. Reckon that may have been Barker. Ball looks to be living across the ground. Elzinger's there, couldn't trap the ball. He's got support there in Phillips. He's on hands and knees trying to work the ball out. Tackled and without any prior opportunity there. The ball will come back to the umpire. True centre-half forward position. Anakie's attacking end of the ground. Ball up quickly by the umpire. Wrapped out there by Fulton. Out into the hands of Hose. He goes long towards centre wing. And the mark will be taken out there nicely by Thompson. Swings back on his right foot. Uses the ball nicely towards Kelly. Gets over the top though. Woodwin's there to support. Goes back towards his teammate there in Birch. He can't pick the ball up. He's got support though. But Hose is there. He gets the ball. Gets in out of the contest. And again, that was pretty nice work. Then delivers the ball towards the centre-half forward position. Good eyes. And the mark has been taken out there by Bowden. This is Ryan who snuck down from defence. And again, I reckon distance might just be on the testing side.
That's why they're playing the back line, mate.
Yep. He's got Beardsall into some space by himself. He's got plenty of it too if he wants to
Still
use
has.
it. But Ryan Bowden's going to take it upon himself. Steps in, kicks that goal. It's not going to make the distance. Kunchka's up and he will take the mark. And he will go back from the beside the behind post and try and kick his first goal of the day.
Jakey Mawson, not happy.
Oh, is that what I could hear through the water?
Yeah.
I knew I could hear someone. I didn't know where it was coming from. So Joshy Kunchka now, the banana.
And
he likes that. Joshy K has got his first goal of the afternoon. The 6 now for Bannockburn. 6-7 Bannockburn. They lead Anakie on 2-6. 22 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
Corio Bell Bay Health goal of the day, that one, mate.
Well, that could quite easily be, mate.
I'll just make up the sponsor as we go. Got the grubby. That's a great kick. But I understand Morso was a little upset with that. And you don't let blokes who are 6'2" just get a reach at the ball out, do you?
No, that's probably true. But again, the distance from that position today for both sides has been hard to get. So obviously a little bit of more breeze than we really think.
Maybe.
Spider just gets above the stand.
Middle versus Fulton. Fulton wins that one down to Jervis. Jervis just lets the ball go, then dives on it, comes back towards Fulton. Handball over top, trying to go to Bowden, but didn't quite get there. And the siren has gone. So, half-time, we see the home side at Bannockburn 6-7, 43, leading Anakie who are 2-6. Goal kickers, please, Dale.
Individuals for the whole day so far: Battaglia, Maybaum, Kunchka, Fulton, Phillips and Alford. And for the Anakie side, Whitehouse and Barter. So we're going to take a short break and we'll hopefully get some scores from around the ground. Things seem to be starting to update on the phones now, so that's a good sign. We'll come back at 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. So balls in the ruckman and go at it. Ball comes out of the ruck contest, going towards the middle of the ground. Going Vandenberg. He left the ball behind. Went to the hands of Thompson. He was tackled. Umpire calls things up pretty quickly there. And with some interesting scores there, mate. I just looked at the Bell Post Hill 29, East Geelong 28.
Jeez.
So look out. Maybe they're biting him again. Ball from the contest comes out. Elzinger runs long, kicks long into the forward line. Out the back, the ball will run. It's going to run towards goal. It's not going to run through to the right side of it. Another behind there, and that brings Bannockburn to 6 goals, 8-2-6 to Anakie. And that was Liam Elzinger that kicked that ball in. So the ball's come inside now. Dalhouse has got the ball in short, still in the back pocket, got some options outside. We'll use one of those players, and that was Sim. So Sim now still in the back pocket. He looks to deliver the ball. Oh, that wasn't a great kick, so he had to kick the ball over Fulton, which he couldn't do.
It's a long way up.
Yeah, and now I would think that from this end of the ground, I think it's a much better option for kick longer and straighter. Spied, and the distance here shouldn't be a trouble for Kieran Fulton. Has won for the afternoon and been a very good player.
When he gets it all right, though, he's a monster kick from anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Just the mechanics. The mechanics are off slightly, could go anywhere.
So Kieran Fulton to get Bannockburn rolling in the second half. Steps in, will kick from outside, 50. Kicks long. It's not going to have the distance. Ball comes to the front of the contest. Comes out there. Kernack, he just runs the ball over the boundary line. And we will have a throw-in which will take place right beside the behind post. Bannockburn's attacking end. Ball thrown in quickly. Riddell brings the ball down to the front of the contest. Cleared away there by Rhodes. Still inside defence, their forward 50 or defensive 50. Hose over the top of the ball. Umpire said he had no prior opportunity. And we're going to have a ball up which will take place again inside 50. Fulton got his position to that ball. Ball comes out of that contest. Picked up by Riddell. Got the handball outside. Went towards Alessi, who was tackled. Incorrectly, says the umpire. And Alessi is going to win a free kick. And he's right on defensive 50. Decides to go towards centre wing. Spoil from behind. Back into the hands of Dalhouse. Got the handball back towards Mills. Running away from his own goal. Got the handball out the back, which is okay to Sim. Little chip up over the top is also good to Gear. Outside, the running player, Kernack, comes back inside. Chips the ball forward. Goes to the middle of the ground. Kunchke got his hand on it. Went back and collected it. Got the handball back outside. Got some options out here. Ends up in the hands of McCarthy. Got the ball back inside now into the hands now of Bowden. He goes back looking towards his big full forward in Fulton. Couldn't pick the ball up. Kernack has the ball once again. Comes across the ground. Another dangerous kick. Spoilers made. Mayborn comes through. Got the handball back outside to Alford. Alford's got a teammate outside in Phillips. Tried to tap it toward Elzinger. Went back and collected himself. Went long into the forward line. Wilson arrives. Again, mark not taken. Ball goes over the boundary line. We will have a throw-in which will take place. Rhodes is suggesting the ball went over, but it's been touched. Well, the signal is it's been touched by the umpire.
Poor boundary umpire, one out on that side where the play's been the whole day, Dale.
I think the goal umpire may have called that one Spider.
He may have. We got Steelo talking over the top. But anyway, the ball to be thrown back in. Fulton to do the ruck work against Riddell, who's done it all day. Fulton grabs it out of the air, snaps it round the corner. It lacks a fortune. Falls in the hands of Kelly, who turns around and kicks his first for the afternoon. The 7th now for Bannockburn. They moved to 7-8-50, leading Anakie 2-6-18. We have travelled nearly 4 minutes. The Grandy Cycle and Sport third quarter. Geez, Fulton's been massive today, Dale, hasn't he? He
has been, Spider. Just trying to give some scores from around the ground. I'm not too sure where they're at with this game, but Winchelsea 46, Thompson 47.
Wow.
Bell Post Hill 29, East Geelong 28.
Wow.
Inverleigh 42, Belmont Lions 30. Werribee 64, Corio back to 55.
Wow.
And North Geelong 42, trail the Giants on 46.
There's some close games going around, mate. Must be a wind at a couple of these grounds.
Well,
localised gales.
Most of those games are live at the moment, so we're just not too sure what stage they're at.
I'm glad you can get them, mate, so I can't get any scores.
Well, that's for the scores I've got. I hope they were from last week, but I think I've called the right lot. Ball back in the middle this time. Thompson gets the ball down. Dalhouse went after. Little kick off the ground. Only as far as Beardsley. Beardsley on the left boot. Brings the ball out wide. Went looking towards Battaglia. A little bit too wide. Ball goes over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw-in, which will take place.
Players calling for deliberate there, but Taylor's the only one near it. He's spoon-fed these days.
I think the AFL might have been in a bit of trouble, but I think at our level of football, mate, we might have been able to get away with that one. Ball from the ruck contest comes to the front of the contest. It's not peered away. Thompson tries to feed it towards Jervis. He's trying to feed the ball out also into the hands of Alford over the top. And it's going to end up in the hands of Elzinger. He's tackled, brought to ground, got the handball away. Hose.
Didn't see the tennis serve before, but saw that one from the blind spot. Apparently, Dale.
Yeah, it must have been spotted.
Yeah, it was a handball. Don't guess, but anyway, seen plenty of mistakes made by the footballers today, mate.
So the ball is back with Alessi now, and he's going to deliver the ball along the boundary line short. Redu comes up and takes the mark. He's right on centre wing. He decides to go quickly. Numbers with Bannockburn. Ball gets out the back. Thompson read that nicely. He takes the mark. Must have been touched, has it? Is that the call? So it's going to be going back to the umpire. And a ball up to take place right on the forward 50. Anakie is taking the end of the ground this time. Ball from the ruck contest. Riddell's there. Got the ball out. Tried to force his way through the contest. Ball again. Not coming out. Umpire will take it in his hands. It is now 7-8 to Bannockburn. 2-6 to Anakie's side. We have travelled 6 minutes to Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, Thompson wins that one down. Good little handle towards Marnie. Marnie done really well. Gets it out. Ball knocked free now. Picked up by Beardsville. Beardsville goes backwards to Jervis. Jervis goes out wide and finds Alford. Alford running player Hose. Hose comes over top looking for Fulton, and why wouldn't you? He's been everywhere today. Takes the mark in front of Milne. Too big, too strong. Sorry, Uji's too big, too strong, Fulton in this contest. So on the wing now, Kieran Fulton for Bannockburn. Looking at his options down the ground. Just drives it long. It could be too long and too wide. Out of bounds on the full, right in front of the scoreboard here. Wilson and Maybourne were in the vicinity, but ball just travelled over the boundary line. So Kernuck brings the ball back in for Anakie. A couple of leads down the ground further. Fulton again. Have a look at that, mate. He's everywhere today and being held onto and dumped to the ground, and that will be 50. I don't know if that was quite there against the Lessie, but a bloke who's not quite 6 foot, putting a bloke who's 6'6" down with relative ease, mate. Like a hot butter through a hot knife through butter, mate. That was. I think there might have been a byplay there. But the result is Kieran Fulton will have a shot from goal from about 45 metres out. Looking for his second and the 8 for Bannockburn. In he comes now. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. Goal umpire does not move a millimetre, so that is 8 goals now to Bannockburn. They moved to 8-8-56, leading Anakie with 2-6-18. We've gone 8 minutes. The Granny Cycling Sport, third quarter. Kieran Fulton into everything, mate.
Yes, he's been good for most of the, well, for not for most of the day, for all the days. He's spent some time in the ruck and he's been good in there. And then when he's had to go forward, he's a big, tall option. As I said, a pity there's some sides couldn't get two of them spied because I reckon they'd be pretty well situated. Would suit them down to the ground. Young Thompson's doing a nice little job in there at the moment, just a cutout, and he is going along pretty nicely. So back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Both ruckmen go at it again. Riddell out the back, did nicely to Dalhouse, but Beardsville read that off the boot, and he takes the ball up, and he's going to go long back into their forward line. Kelly comes at the ball, couldn't trap it. Ball gets into the hands of Sim, the running player from Milne. Milne outside to Vandenberg, got the handball outside the Rhodes, and that's a nice finish off, and the ball is taken out here by Barker. So Barker now looking to drive the ball further down the field. He's decided to go a little bit longer.
Oh, no. It was like Spider off the tee there, mate.
I didn't even see it.
Went straight out of bounds on the full. Literally come out here.
Did it?
Yep.
Obviously didn't read that ball well. I was looking for the ball further down the field. So the ball's kicked long in towards Fulton. Front position, ball gets out the back, goes towards Kelly. Uji's did nicely, kept him off the ball. Handball goes out from Goodwin to Rhodes. Rhodes across the face of goal. Kick was one to be good, and it was. And found Gear on the far side of the ground. So Gear now delivers the ball, comes back inside to Sim. Had a couple for lunch. Ball now short over the top. Goes to Rhodes, a little one-hander. Again, a little chip, slow through the air, but okay. Barker comes up at the ball and takes it now. So he now decides to go and plays on and kicks a bit longer. Goes out towards centre wing, far side of the ground. Ball gets out the back of the contest, leading in the race for the ball. Bannockburn pick the ball up. They go back to Maybourne. Quick kick inside. Conker. Handball goes back outside. And it's now the running player from behind. It's going to be White, kicks into the half-forward line. Elzinger over the top of the ball, tackled, brought to ground, and no prior opportunity there, says the umpire. We're going to have a ball up. 10.5, just over 10 minutes gone. Third quarter to Granny Cycling Sports scoreboard. Gee, that was a mouthful, Spider.
Get it out, mate, get it out.
8-8 to 2 goals 6.
Far side of the ground here between centre and half forward. Ball tapped down, falls in the hands there. Anakie overrunning it now. The ball spills free. Can't see much from this side of the ground. Players everywhere. Whitehouse did well, got the ball out, but unfortunately the umpire blown the whistle and said, I'll have it here and have a ball up. So that's what we've got. True centre wing, far side of the ground here at Bannockburn. Ball comes to ground, beats everybody over the line. Wilkinson has scored that one over there for Anakie, so we'll have our boundary line throw in. It's the local constabulary circle the ground, Dale. Ball comes in. Thompson done well. I think Bardo want to get that one down the ground. Ball pushed forward there, but only as far as Sim. Sim does well. Gets a handball back, wrapped up in a tackle now. Ball spills out to Goodwin. Goodwin tries it around left foot. He's let that go. The umpire said no, he didn't. He said he did get rid of it properly. So back in there is Goodwin again. Got the ball picked up, wrapped up immediately. And this time the umpire says, I'll have it and ball it up. Might have got away with the first one there, but that's okay. Want to see the play broken up, mate, and running on. So ball in the air. Thompson climbs high, brings it down, has a second go, taps it out wide to Hose. Done really well there, did Simon. We've got to call him Simon. James Hose, short little kick to Kunchka. Kunchka takes the mark. Centre half forward here for Bannockburn. Made to earn it by Milne. Nothing wrong with that. So Josh Kunchka, probably well without outside his distance, mate, but he's backing himself here.
Not a chance in hell.
He's not a snowball's chance in hell, this one, mate.
I don't think so. He's going to have to kick it every bit of 60 metres.
55 to get to the goal line. You're right, 60 to get over. So Kunchki comes in, does sink the slipper, and it's not a bad kick. Gets to the top of the square. Fulton gets hands to it, falls over the back. And Whitehouse has escorted the ball over the line, and we'll have a boundary line thrown right next to the behind post here. Bannockburn's attacking zone. We have ticked over nearly 12 and a half minutes here. Bucky's in, the Granny Cycling Sport, third quarter, ball brought in. No ruckman gets it. Fulton hacks it out of the air, but only as far as Dalhouse, who picks it up on the right boot. Just an up and under looking kick. Leading the race was Marnie, who took a fantastic grab. So, young Austin Marnie on the 50-metre line. Chips the ball in short, finds Jervies. Jervies now looking through the middle of the ground, does so, finds Conker. Bosley tried to shut him down, couldn't quite get there in time. Reece Conker gets the handball out, running now, going long. That Mayborn with the ball now, kicks it, and has missed.
Ryan Bowden, I think it might have been.
The Bowden, was it? It was too. Ryan Bowden, who has been everywhere as well, Dale. So another minor score goes there, 8-9-57 to 2-6-18.
Again, that wasn't good from Billy Goodwin. The mark has been intercepted there. Battaglia, he looks to play on and goes long, back towards the goal square, running back Wilson, and the ball has been pushed through for a minor score. So it's now 8-10 to Bannockburn, 2-6 to the Anakie side. A little chip from the back line from Gear, finds Sim. And he's going to go back to, I thought he's going to go back to Gear then. Now decides to go far side of the ground, kicks out long. Over the back, Kernack, right position, takes the mark and plays on. Did that nicely, kicks to centre wing, and also nice kick. Finds Dalhouse looking for options or waiting for some options further afield. Runs and carries, kicks into the forward line now. Didn't get to where he needed to be. Bosley come at the ball, couldn't quite get there. It's intercepted. Handballs goes out the back. Beards all over the top. Goes back towards his teammate. Umpire said, let's have a throw in half forward line for the Anakie side.
Does Lucky Bowden have trouble marking the ball?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure that he did. Sometimes it's a confidence thing, I suppose. But,
it is. I don't mind a defender, nullifying the contest, but that's twice you should have marked the ball.
Okay, well, I suppose that's just an awareness, isn't it, Spider?
Yeah.
What's around you at the time. So that's where you need support from your teammates. The ball from that ruck contest is picked up and cleared away by Bannockburn. They go back to the middle of the ground. Bounce eludes Goodwin. Coming through was Phillips. That was nice bit of work. Got the handball wide. Kunchka in plenty of space now. Goes towards Wilson. He's out in front of Sim. That's a nicely weighted kick. Not too many options there. He couldn't have missed there. A little kick up over the top. Goes towards Battaglia in the pocket, and he takes the mark. Now he's in distance or in range. He's just going to have to swing the ball back. He might take the little arc and swing the ball back.
What I noticed there, though, both him and Elzinger, either of them could have marked it. They were right in both of them were in the right spot.
So Battaglia from the pocket kicks that goal. Looks okay. We'll go across the face of goal and has been through for a minor score. So Lock Battaglia 1-2 for the afternoon. 8-11 now to Bannockburn. 2-6 to Anakie. 15 minutes gone to Grandy Cycling Sport. Third quarter scoreboard.
Cross it to bring the ball in here for Anakie now. So under siege at the moment, the Anakie back line. Barter puts a hand up and says kick it out this way. So this is where he tried to go. And Barter actually rewards that, comes back across. Wasn't a great kick, but Barter made it look really good, took the chest mark in front of the pack. So he comes long down the line here. 3-on-1, nearly a great grab there to Ridout. Couldn't quite drag it down with him. The ball has finally trickled over right in front of the... So you handed it over too soon, Dale.
That's a nice spot now, Spike.
Nice spot right here. Bound jumper literally standing right in front of us. Smile for the camera, young fella. So about to throw it back in. So Fulton and Barter. Neither of them really got an effective tack. Mayborn trying to break through. Did well, wrapped up, cross it. The umpire says, I'll have it. And we'll have another ball up. It's between wing and centre half forward. So over the back there, Barter taps it a long way forward. Conquer overruns it. Ball spills out free. Elzinger picks it up. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Dalhouse. Ball comes out. Picked up now by Wilkinson. He's tackled and brought the ground. Gets a free kick. Ends up in the hands of Beardsall now for Bannockburn. Driving it long, looking for Wilson. Great kick, but fantastic work there. Cutting across, taking the mark was Uji. So he has time. Switches play coming out here, looking for Birch, who nearly takes the mark. Can't quite do so. Elzinger picks it up on the left. Centres the ball a long way back.
I don't know what he meant there.
I think it was having a snap at goal then, but come off the instep and has land in the hands of Bailey Kelly, who already has one for the afternoon. Let's go. We was aiming for that, mate. All right. Let's pump the young kid
great
up.
Pass.
Let's pump the young kid up. So Kelly now for Bannockburn. He'll be kicking from 25 metres out from goal, probably on a 45-degree angle. Comes in now. Goal umpire does not move. The fist goes in the air. Kelly has his second for the afternoon. The ninth for Bannockburn. They moved to 9-11. Leading Anakie, who are 2-6, and we have ticked over 17.5. The Grandy Cycling Sport, third quarter. So, great pass there by young Jackson Elzinger. Lead to that one, Dale.
As I said, Spot, you get the good with the bad sometimes, and
Yep.
I don't know what was going through his mind, but the result was a good one in the end.
He was going for the Corio Bay goal of the day, mate. That's what he was doing.
I reckon so too, Spot. I reckon that might have been a fair call. Anyway, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt in this case. Many wouldn't, but we will.
We will, mate. We will. We're fair.
Yeah, no. We're back in the middle again. Riddell doing the ruck work. Takes the ground off Fulton, but Fulton gets the ball, goes outside to Alford, over the top, back to Elzinger. It looks at his options, got one outside, uses that player in McCarthy, steps back inside, goes long, in towards Kelly once again. Behind Rhodes, did nicely. Kelly at ground level, picked the ball up, tackled straight away. No prior opportunity there. Umpire will come in, and he will have a ball up inside their forward 50.
McCarthy goes all right down back, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, no, they've done pretty nice with some of the kids they've been able to bring through. And the ball comes out of that contest now. Rhodes over the top of the ball. And again, no prior opportunity there with Ho sitting on top of him. So the ball will go back to the umpire once again. A ball up in the forward pocket area. Looks like Kelly might do the ruck work. No, it's not. I think Thompson's down there. Taps the ball out. Goes towards the player we're just talking about there, and Elliott gets the ball out the back, goes towards Alford, runs, kicks around the body, comes back inside. Mills got a hand on it, goes back towards the boundary line. Again, numbers now with Anakie. They sit over the top of the ball. They are able to get the ball out of that contest, but it's been held up pretty nicely again, so another ball up will take place. Thrown up quickly again by the umpire from that contest. Come to cross it. He just puts the boot and gets the ball outside their 50. Coming across Redoute, he able to take the ball, but Bailey Alford picks the ball up and goes back into their forward line. But again, the mark has been taken there by Anakie. They're going to relieve some pressure once again. They go straight back down the line and coming up at the ball. Fulton couldn't take the mark. Ball gets to ground. Picked up. cleared away. Umpire said it's been held up. It's going to come back to him. So we'll have another ball up, Spider. So we've gone almost 20 minutes to Granny Cycling Sports third quarter. It is 9-11 to Bannockburn, 2-6 to Anakie.
That'll be the first one Fulton hasn't taken for the day. Ball's gone up, come out. There's a pack forming out on the 50-metre line here. Anakie trying to break free. Another handball, but it's intercepted. Then finally the ball spills out. Barter drives long for Anakie. One-on-one here with Bosley. Foot race now. Bowden done really well this time. Tapped it back, but Dalhouse closed down the space, picked the ball up. Bosley got a bit of room now to move. Ball out in front of him. Bounce, he's controlled it well. Beardsley's right on his tail now. Done well there, Beardsell. I think Dalhouse put up a bit short then, Daly seemed to. Maybe he's a bit tired from the running he's doing. But Bannockburn did really well there in defence. Bowden that time with a clever tap back. So ball will be thrown in now. It's Fulton. Brings the ball down the ground. So now running through, quick handball out. Here we go again. Kick off the ground there. Through for a minor score. And so who kicked that one, Dale? Was that Barter again?
I'm not too sure, mate.
I think it was.
We'll give it to him.
I think it was Barter that kicked that. So Anakie moved to 2-7. Paul brought back in quickly. Beardsley with it now. Coming out, looking towards Kunchka. Kunchka flies, gets his hands to the ball, takes a nice grab in front of Uji's. Needs them to stick, it's good. So he plays on quickly. Going down towards Wilson. That's a fantastic grab under pressure from Milne. It was right on his tail. So Fletcher Wilson now, right in front of the Anakie coach's box, plays on. Looking long down the line. Nice kick, pops it up. Brought to ground quickly. Elsinger runs through. Can he get through? Gets a handball away to a teammate. Umpire said he's thrown it. Just as Alford was about to throw the ball in the boot. And put another one through. But Rhodes now for Anakie. Drives the ball out wide. Might be too wide here. And it certainly is in front of Jamin Barker in his first game. So we'll have a boundary line throw-in. Probably the most favourite spot of the day so far, Dale, outside in front of the tower.
Long way across there, Spider, isn't it?
It is a long way across, mate. Might need binoculars for me bifocals. Anyway, it looks like Fulton and Barter are going to do the ruck work. Well, I've seen Riddell over there as well. Here he is. He's in front of the throw-in there. So, ball to be thrown in now. Fulton, both hands, taps it down cleverly. Quick kick off the boot there into space. Nearly falls to Thompson. Done well there, Elsinger. Wrapped up, made him too high that time. The umpire said no. The ball comes out. He's done really well here, Jackson Elsinger. And he's pinning for a throw. They're behind the play. They can't see.
No.
Anyway, short kick out here finds Goodwin. Battaglia comes across to stand the mark. Milne obviously not happy with something at the moment. Ball's chipped back in, finds the hands into Rhodes again. Rhodes goes to Barker. Barker still deep in defence here. Oh, no, sorry, it's Crossett. He goes out wide. That was Barker. That time couldn't take the mark, and now we'll have another boundary line thrown. Far side of the ground here at Bannockburn. Scores are 9-10-64. Bannockburn, Anakie 2-7-19, and we have gone 23 minutes. The Granny Cycling Sport third quarter here. Ball to be thrown in. Barter versus Fulton. In it comes. Fulton works to the front, wins that one down. Only as far. That's Crossett again. Crossett drives the ball line. A couple of flying here for Anakie. Birch did really well. Held the space. Chips the ball out wide in front of Gear. Ball bounces up high, goes over his head. Comes back by Marnie. Marnie looking for options, but he's pinned and has been done for dropping the ball. Sorry, it was Jackson Elsinger. It was Liam Elsinger, actually. Anyway, the options down forward. It's nice looking kick in the Bosley direction. He sits, he flies, can't take the mark. Ball brought to the ground here. Far side of the ground here, running through, can't pick it up. Was read out. So we'll have another boundary line throw in. 50 metres out from the Anakie goal this time. So the Granny Cycling Sport third quarter. We've now travelled 24 minutes. Bannockburn with a comfortable 45-point lead. Ball comes in. Thompson wins that one down. Players pack around the ball. Spills free. Might be a free kick paid there for too high, but it wasn't. Anyway, McCarthy overruns that one. Probably had a space, a bit more time than he thought he did. But anyway, comes back and applies a great tackle. And we'll have a ball up about 30 metres out from the Anakie goal now. Judging by the last couple of quarters, only probably 3 or 4 minutes to go, Dale. They haven't been long quarters so far.
Yeah, not a big score either in this quarter.
No, so ball spills free. Jervis quickly on the right boot, goes out. Gear drops a mark you probably should have taken. Let Wilson in. Wilson dodges one way back the other and it goes long down the line. Nice looking kick. That's got to be a free kick for a tunnel. It's probably the second or third time it's happened to Fulton today. But now he's got time. Looks up, lining through the middle. He's got Jervies to go to. He has to go. But Birch did really well to take the mark. Umpire said it was touched anyway. And then it's come in to ball it up. I thought it was a clear mark. But the umpire is a bit closer than we are. So centre half forward for Bannockburn now. Thompson goes up unopposed. Ball spills free. Good handball out there by Gear to Sim. Sim come out wide here looking for Kernuck, but it's going to drop forward. Ridout flies and takes the mark. So he's got numbers out wide. Had Rhodes, ignored him. Went longer down the line looking for Dalhouse. Dalhouse takes a great grab over his head. He steadies up now right in front of the Bannockburn coach's box. Luke Dalhouse now. Looking at options forward. There's not a lot moving. Umpire calling to move on and has done so. So he just chips it longer down the line here. Hoping more and hoping anything else. Free kick, I think, to be paid. It's a hold going to Bannockburn. So breaking through there was White for Bannockburn. Nice little kick across. Here we go, running out of defence now. Finds Elzinger. He has time. Looks up. Kicks long. Ball brought to the ground. Battaglia did really well below his knees, but the kick not so great. Lands in the hands of Sims, who's inside. Plays on straight away. Finds Dalhouse. Now Dalhouse coming out wider still. Puts a bit of pressure on his teammate, and it's the ball bounces differently, and away it goes. One hand, well done again by McCarthy. Got the kick away. But Sim is there to relieve again in defence. Goodwin done really well there. All right, he's got one in the head there.
Yeah,
and
just,
yeah, it was, let's say, just running through and just the way he landed and just sort of copped a bit of a knee. But he's tough. He's Billy Goodwin. He's up to his feet, mate. So Goodwin comes out wide looking for Crossett. Well done by Elzinger. Brings the ball to ground. Done well there was Kelly. Kept the ball moving forward. Wrapped up in the tackle straight away. Stacks on. Well, the ball up right in front of us here. Connor Jervis the last man to get up. 27 minutes gone. Grandy Cycling Sport third quarter.
So the ball now in the air. Ruckman go at it. Barter gets the ball. Tries to spin out of it. Get away to Dalhouse. Kicks off the ball off the ground. Gains a bit of meatage. Handball comes out the back. So Bannockburn now with some numbers behind the ball. Back to Beardsall. Places himself nicely. Goes back. That kick wasn't great. Mark is not going to be taken out there. Went out the back of the door. Rideau can't pick the ball up. Kelly took him off the ball. Goes towards Phillips. He takes the ball. Tries to get out of the contest. He's been able to free the ball up. Goes towards Jervis. Rideau is back there again. Back towards Dalhouse. Tackle. Handball comes up over the top. Goes back towards Phillips. He sees the ball over the boundary line. We are going to have a throw in late in this third quarter.
Forward pressure's very good.
Both teams working pretty hard. Umpire about to restart it. Thompson doing the ruck work. Again, Barter takes the ball from that ruck contest, throws the ball, kicks it as high as it went long this time. Bath comes up, Spoil comes from behind. Nice work there. It was really good work there from Whitehouse. Got through, then was tackled. Had plenty of time. Umpire allowed it to go under Riddell. Got the handball out the back into the hands of the opposition. Bath had it and lost it. Ball comes back. Phillips is going to dive on top of it. He's tackled by Mills. And high, says the umpire. So free kick is going to go to young Phillips.
He did that well, though. He was going to slide in. This sort of just landed on his knees and stopped.
So Phillips now quickly to his feet, goes into the forward line, straight through the hands of Fulton. Again, ball comes back outside 50, back towards Mills, and he takes the mark. So Jet Mills now looking to bring the ball towards centre wing. Barter's going to be the target. Ball gets out the back. Bath there. McCarthy's also there. And it's not coming out. And we're going to have a ball up which will take place on centre wing. Umpire now just waiting for the ruckman to come into that contest. Sees who they are now. Ball comes out of that contest. Mills has it. Handball goes out the back towards Milne. He's tackled. Got plenty of time. Handball goes out wide. These two picked the ball. Is picked up out there this time by Marnie, but he was tackled as he went to kick the ball. Into the hands there of Gear. Has time to look across the ground. Has Sim there. They've worked well, these two together.
They do.
He didn't quite pick the ball up there this time, but it's going to end up with Elliot Birch, and he gets around and kicks towards centre wing. Mark has been taken out there, and it will be a good one there by Kernack. So Kernack handballs outside, goes back towards Birch, goes into their half-forward line. Ball is spoiled from behind. Hose ran past the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't pick the ball up now. He's got some support there in Alzinger. Hose is back to his feet, and he has it now, and he comes across the ground. Good look, and he has Kunchka. Kunchka can go short. He's got a runner inside. He goes outside towards Phillips, and again, the player has plenty of times to look up. His kick was smothered off the boot, bounces in front of Gear, goes back outside, picked up out there by Bowden, goes back towards Hose, outside. Maybaum takes the mark inside 50, and he can steady himself and go back and kick for goal.
Could be after the siren. It was on Dale.
Yeah, not too far away, you wouldn't think, Spider. So 29, almost 30 minutes we've ticked by it.
There it is.
There it is. So it will be a kick after the siren. So Rob Maybaum has one for the afternoon, a chance to kick his second, and Bannockburn's 10th. So Maybaum now steps in, kicks that goal. I think he likes it. The umpire has not moved, and it goes straight back over his head. He's got his second of the afternoon. Bannockburn moves to 10-11, and they lead Thompson on 2-7. Goal kickers to this stage of the game, 2 each to Maybaum, Fulton and Orion Kelly, 1 each to Battaglia, Kunchka, Phillips and Alford. And for the Anakie side, their 2 goals are Whitehouse and Barter. Take a short break. We'll come back through three-quarter time here at the Bannockburn Oval. We're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
And we're back here at Victoria Park in Bannockburn. Thank you, Steelo. Back here at Victoria Park in Banno, where the home side Bannockburn, 10-11-71, had a commanding 52-point lead over Anakie, who are 2-7-19. Anakie managed a solitary behind in that quarter. Well, Bannockburn put their foot on the throat and kicked 4 goals for. So, game is open right up, Dale.
Has Spider. Just give some round the ground scores we can at this stage. It's Winchelsea 53 leading Thompson 48. Belpo still 35, East Geelong 76. Inverleigh 67 leading Belmont Lions 31. Werribee Central's 92, 61 to the Corio side. And North Geelong 44, 59 to the Giants. So some interesting results there, Spider,
Absolutely.
which keeps things alive at this stage. And as I said, now waiting for the umpire to start the final quarter.
Well, waiting for the past players, mate, to fall off the ground.
Is that what they're doing? Dragging the train, are they?
Yeah, have a look
There's
at
a few
them, mate.
old blokes down there, mate, so they're probably struggling to get there. So
There's one good knee between them.
umpire's now got the ball in the air. We're about to start the final quarter. Siren has sounded, and the ball will be thrown up. Ruckman go at it. This time Thompson. Ball comes out. I think it was Barter got the ball out. Went towards Phillips. Went after it again. Picked it up and kicks across towards the half-forward line. Battaglia takes the marks. Decides to keep running. Goes inside towards Jervis. Jervis was tackled. Got the handball away. Went back to Battaglia. They're putting a bit of pressure on into the hands now of Phillips, who goes long into the forward line. Uji's just pushing his player out of the road. Takes the mark and goes across the ground short. We'll find Goodwin. Goodwin now in the back pocket. And he's just asked to slow things down a little bit. Not too much movement forward of the ball. Dalhouse looks like he's going to be the option. Beardsley is with him. Ball gets out the back. Elzinger takes it. Gets out of the contest. Hamble goes to McCarthy. Runs and carries. Kicks into the forward line. Goes looking towards Kelly. Doesn't take the mark. Picked up and cleared away there. Kernack got the handball back outside. It's picked up out now by Birch. Got the handball back inside. Out towards the captain in Goodwin. He runs the ball towards the boundary line. It will see that position and go over. And we will have a throw-in which will take place.
You right there, mate?
Just clearing the frog in the freight.
That Whitehouse limping now. Boys just exchanging numbers and dinner reservation plans, buddy.
Yep, so the ball's thrown back in by the umpire very quickly. That'll get them moving. Ball out the back into the hands of Crossett, and now kicks the ball towards the centre half forward position. Coming out, Redoute didn't take the mark. Oh, no. not even Blind Freddie could claim that one.
Wow. No, that's all right. It's been overruled.
That's a good decision, umpire.
That is a very good decision. Now got to give players time to get back.
Tommy definitely ended up with it, but didn't have the first touch on it. So
didn't have the first two.
No. So the ball now is thrown up by the umpire. Barter taps the ball out. Running player comes through. Mills puts his head over it. Got the handball away. Went back towards Barter. He gets his kick away as he's tackled. Brought to ground. Ball runs out towards the back pocket. Leading the race for the ball was Lukey Bowden, and he sees the ball over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in 10 metres around from the behind post. Kids are just taking a break, the big fella.
Just get dragged. Yeah. Had to reapply the grippo.
So umpire about to restart it now. He's made his way down the ground. So umpire throws it up. This time ball. Barter tries to take it out of the ruck contest. Again, ball. Player was tackled very quickly, and we're going to have another ball up right top of the goal square now. Ball is thrown up. Ruckman go at it once again. Thompson tried to get through there. Picked up. Kick wasn't travelled too far. Barter picks the ball up. He has a shot. Goes across the face of goal. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go to Luke Bowd.
Not as good as young Jackson Elzinger's pass before, mate. That went
not quite as good there.
So when Ali was finished as kids, you can't give my knee a bit of a rub. It's a bit sore at the moment too. Right?
So just now, Lukey Bowden has the ball deep in defence now and is going to get things moving, you would think. I'm not too sure where he's going to go. He's going to play it safe and come down the line. Ball in front, Barter, and looked to have his name on that pretty much from the time it left the boot there. So he's been quite good for the Anakie side this afternoon. Call the player now by the umpire, and he goes quickly back into their full forward position. Bosley is there, and again, Luke Bowden, good strong grab. So again, Bannockburn with possession deep in defence. Tells everyone he's going to go too long and outside. It's a great kick to position. Ball is heading towards Beardsville and the boundary line is going to win out, so we're going to have a throw-in which will take place on the far side. No alteration to the three-quarter time score. It is 10-11 to Bannockburn, 2-7 Anakie, and we've gone almost 4 minutes. Connectel, final quarter scoreboard.
It was a good lead by Elliott then. He's led from my centre forward out to there, mate, and give the option. Plenty of space. Anyway, the ball to be thrown back in. Thompson and Barter to do the work. Barter just grabs it out of the ruck. Quick handball away towards Mills. Mills wrapped up in a tackle, brought to ground, going nowhere. The central umpire come in and ball the ball up. Pretty much right on the 50-metre line here. Anakie's attack. Ball in the air now. Barter wins that one over the back again. Ball bounces past Alford. Comes back the other way now. Bouncing around, quick handball out. Almost in the hands of Hose, but coming through the other way. Ball back to Whitehouse. Whitehouse drives Anakie forward. Well, Bath probably dropped what he probably should have taken. He lands in the hands of Bosley. Throws it on the left boot. Elzinger in front. Done well to put it through, and it killed the ball in the end. The umpires paid a free kick to Elzinger, I think, anyway. Maybe pushing the back as he went for that first one, mate. So he comes in short here. Finds Beardsville. Beardsville's got Jervis. Spears the pass to him. Done well. Jervis takes the mark, plays on straight away, runs away, has a bounce, then has to kick quickly. Runs off into a bit of trouble. Ball comes in, falls short, finds Caldo. Caldo in front of Kunsker on this occasion. So he plays on. Looks in the middle there. There's nothing but Bannockburn. So Hose takes an easy chest mark uncontested in front of Birch. He had Jervis. He has Phillips out wide too. Phillips got to probably come and put a shepherd on, I would have thought, but he didn't. He chose not to. But done well there, Hose. Found Jervis. So Jervis spearing pass in towards Kunsker. Done well, but come over the top there, Caldo. Kunsker on the ground, gets a handball over the top to Bowden. Bowden running through, gets another quick handball away. Could be a free kick, but the ball has landed in the hands of White. White for Bannockburn goes long. It's just offline. He goes through. He has his first score for the afternoon. The 12th behind now for Bannockburn. They're 10-12, leading Anakie 2-7. Ball out wide here. So down the line looking for Birch. Country comes across. Done well to put pressure on, but Birch did well, kept his feet, gets the ball back. Quick kick in. Coming across here looking for Gear. Gear has the ball now. Another quick handball. 1-2 there with Crossett. Comes long down the middle, finds Mills. Mills had it spent before he got it, but done well to get back to it. Goes back to Gear. Anakie just twisting, turning, nice little kick, finds Whitehouse. Whitehouse could steady, doesn't. Decides to move it on quickly to Dalhouse. Closing is Thompson. Did well, Dalhouse. Protected the ball, goes long down the line again. And finds Barter. So good play there by Anakie. Transition out of the back line. Bit of coast-to-coast work there. Just kept moving the ball forward. So Oscar Barter has a chance to kick the third now for Anakie. He has 1-2 for the afternoon. So nearly 7 minutes gone. Connectel final quarter here at Victoria Park. So Oscar Barter comes in. Flying shot at goal. Goes across. Bowden does well to knock that one through. Another minor score there. So 1-3 goes to Barter for the day. 2-8 now to Anakie. Ball brought in quickly there by Beardsville. Long kick out to the wing. In front of Jervis. Did well to hold his ground, but support comes in the way of Gear for Anakie. He pushes Anakie back into attack in front there. Barter couldn't take the mark, but the umpire said got in too high. So Barter will have his second. No, he's decided he's going to play on now. Now he goes back. 50 metres out. Drives it long, looking for Riddell. The big man flies. Brings the ball to ground. Going after his own ball now. Does really well. Picks it up and bang! The third goal through for Anakie. Anakie 3-8. 26 are trailing Bannockburn, who are 10-13. I've got 10-12, sorry. 10-12, Dale.
Yep.
10-12, 72. We have gone nearly 8 minutes. Connect our final quarter. That's definitely a contender for the Corio Bay Health goal of the day, mate.
Yes, nice finish there. They deserve to get some result from it. They've had a few opportunities, but Riddell did nicely, both getting the ball to ground and then picking it up and finishing off his work. So some good work. Barter involved once again.
He came off an ankle injury, so I think that's why he's playing forward now. Barter's gone into the ruck, mate.
So we're back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Ball is thrown up and again. Ruckman go at it. Barter gets the ball down. Dalhouse runs onto it. Got the handball outside. Half handball anyway. Elzinger went after it. Lost it. Dalhouse picks up it again. Hands it to Crossett. Crossett goes looking towards Barter. Barter tried to get the ball over the top. Thompson did nicely. Couldn't get right through the contest. Went to Whitehouse. Handball goes out there from McCarthy. Again at ground level there's a free kick being given and it's going to go back. And it's going to go to Crossett, I think, just in the middle of the ground.
Whitehouse, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You're right. Spider Whitehouse with the ball. So Whitehouse is inside the centre square, and he's going to go a little bit longer into their forward line. Bosley comes out. Oh, he had a fair jump at the ball there, Bosley, but couldn't hang on to it. At the ground level now, ball is being just held underneath the contest, and it's not coming out. Umpire will come in quickly and take possession of it. 30 out from goal, right in front of the Anakie goal. So Ruckman thrown up again. Over the top, Thompson brings the ball out. Ends up in the hands of Elzinger. He's tackled. Handball away. Umpire says no, it wasn't. And Dalhouse is going to be the recipient of the free kick. So Dalhouse from about 40 metres out, directly in front of goal, can go back and kick for his first of the afternoon.
Not in a great day, young Jackson Elzinger, with the drop in the ball, is he?
So Lukey Dalhouse. Two in the in the second quarter. This could be the same in the last. From about 35 to 40 metres out directly in front. He kicks a goal, and the umpire just stands and says, that is okay. He gets his first of the afternoon, the fourth now for Anakie. They are moved to 4-8, trailing Bannockburn on 10 goals, 12, and 10 minutes have gone. Connect tell, final quarter scoreboard.
Well, bit of spirit shown here, so back to a 40-point margin, mate. So the first 2 goals of the quarter go to Anakie, which we want to see, a bit of fight.
Bulldogs about 25 up, and Fremantle still 13 points up on Sydney in the last quarter.
Wow. So back in the middle now. Thompson and Barter to do battle again. Barter has better of this duel. I think Thompson was a lot more comfortable going against Riddell, where he could use his jump and leap. Barter has the same attributes, so both they go up now. Neither Ruckman really wins that one, but Barter gets the ball off the ground, wrapped up immediately in a gang tackle, and we will have another ball up. Not more than 5 metres from where the first one just was. So Barter and Thompson to go at it again. They fly. Barter does win that one down. Ball bounces around from the feet, comes out to Dalhouse, who just goes the spiral down the ground, looking in front of for Riddell. The ball comes to ground. McCarthy did well using his body there, running straight through, but overrun it. Ball falls to Ridout. Ridout throws it on the boot and has just pushed it wide as his first score for the afternoon. Anakie moved to 4 goals, 9 now, trailing Bannockburn, who are 10-12. 11.5 gone, connect out. Final quarter here at Victoria Park. So the ball is being retrieved and about to come back into Beardsville while Dale tries to get his core temperature up. Shaking in his seat there.
He's a bit fresh, mate, I know that.
So
there's plenty of me, Spider, but it doesn't keep me warm, I'm telling you.
Beardsville comes out to Bowden. Bowden goes down the line to Maybaum. He takes the mark right in front of the scoreboard here at Bannockburn. Right on the 50. He goes short again. It's a horrible kick looking for Alfred. Dalhouse just says, I'll have that one, thanks. He goes back in long. Ball brought to ground. McCarthy with it now. Finds a bit of space. Kicks it long. It's coming wide now. Players flying. Well done there by Kernuck. Ball comes to ground. Goes to Wilson. Wilson hands over top. Elliott did well then to bring it to ground. Then Phillips on top of it now. I was going to call him Wes for a second then, mate. And he's on top of the ball. Wrapped up, not going anywhere. That'd be turning the clock back a bit, wouldn't it?
Would have been quite a bit.
Back to our vintage, mate. So the ball in the air again. Thompson and Barter. Barter just goes with a big fist down the ground. Gains a lot of ground. Ridout done really well there. Trapped the ball, got the arms free. Gets a handball out. That's too much on it for Barker, but he does well and keeps it in. Ball stays in. Nope. Now it's gone out of bounds. Of a boundary line throw in. About 40 metres out from the Anakie goal, who are doing the majority of the attacking here in this Connectel final quarter. Fulton's decided it's time to go forward into the ruck, so that's what he's done. Him and Barter will do battle. Fulton will land the big frame in front, does well, gets a tap down over the back. Maybaum does keeps it in play, then tries to fight for it. Anakie trying to knock it out. It's a bit of a scrum there. Umpire says, I'll have it. Not going anywhere. Probably a good decision before someone gets hurt. So, Fulton and Barter to do battle again. Fulton in front, uses his strength really well. Quick kick forward. Sims seems to be the only one home. Jervis turns around at the right time. Comes down. Birch done well. Throws on the left foot. In forward for Anakie. But Elzinger comes across and takes an uncontested mark. So, Liam Elzinger now sizing his options up down the ground. Kunchka calls for out this side in front of us. Mayborn might be in the best spot in the end to take the mark, and he is. Uncontested, done it easy. Quick handball added Alfred. Alfred's got a bit of time, turns around, gets around one. Now kicks it in short. That's not 15 surely, but Kunschke has it. Handball's back out to Alfred now. He turns around, kicked the ball long. It's a nice looking kick taken there by McCarthy, who seems to have moved forward. That's an even better kick out there in front of Wilson. Great movement there by Bannockburn. Fletcher Wilson now will have a shot for goal from about 15, 20 metres out on a slight angle. This might bring the roof off the club rooms, Dale. Hey, the past players might be looking at the game now.
You reckon?
No, probably not. Probably not.
Better things to be doing in there, I would think, Spine.
Oh, imagine the rubbish being
Tell them
talked.
how much they're good and how good they were.
The older they get, the better they were. Anyway, Fletcher Wilson comes in now. Boot, no, what a lovely kick. Goal umpire did not move 1 millimetre there. So Fletcher Wilson has his first of the afternoon, the 11th for Bannockburn. Bannockburn 11-12, leading Anakie, who are 4-9. We have ticked over nearly 15 minutes. Connect our final quarter.
Yes, as I said, the movement was good from one end to the other there. As I said, Bailey Alford probably could have used his first option, but it went back inside, but still finished his work off nicely. And then McCarthy, that look inside to Wilson was exceptional, and he finished off the job for them. So again, stretched that margin back to where it was pretty much at three-quarter time. So umpire with the ball back in the middle once again. Fulton doing some ruck work, had the step over the top. Maybaum takes it out of the middle, has time now to stop, look, and kicks long into their forward line. And
what a
Uji's coming
grab.
across, takes a nice grab. So Ryan Uji's now plays on and goes across the ground, set the ball up. Unfortunately, Elzinger over the top, couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Jervis is there, looks to get the handball away, wants to take him on, did so nicely, kicks towards goal, long, back towards the goal square.
On his
Kunschke,
own.
nice position, and he has
a free
finished the
kick
work
anyway.
off. And it didn't matter anyway. Josh Kunschke has taken the mark at the top of the goal square, and he has got one this afternoon. He now has two, and the margin moves back to where it was. 12-12 to the Bannockburn side, 4-9 to Anakie, and we have travelled just on 16 minutes. Connect-Tel final quarter scoreboard.
Kind of Jervis dealt with rather unceremoniously there after getting rid of the ball. He danced around 4 blokes, mate, couldn't lay a hand on him, so wait till he gets rid of the ball, then we'll put him down to the ground, shall we? So either way, mate, was going to be should have been a Bannockburn goal from the top of the square, and Joshy Kunschke made no mistake and has his second for the afternoon. So back in the middle now, Fulton and Barter. Fulton wins that one down again. Quick handball out there, finds Gear. Gear has a bit too much on his now. Elzinger runs onto the ball, has time, space, turns around, does really well there. Goes back to Maybaum, couldn't quite trap it. So now Anakie with the numbers there, 3-2, but doesn't matter. Hose just comes through, burst of speed, runs away from his opponents, but off balance he tried to kick it and dropped it into the car park. So, resultant free kick here as the ball gets retrieved and brought back in. Sim going short. That's not a great kick at all. Picks out Battaglia, who plays on straight away. Goes long down the line looking for Wilson again. And Wilson takes the mark. 45 out from goal. Look at the numbers running through the middle. Finds Maybaum. So after their very, very good start of the quarter, the Anakie intensity seems to have dropped off. Anakie and Bannockburn running in waves, mate, running forward at the ball and finding space everywhere. So Rob Maybaum has 2 for the afternoon. He's been very, very good today. Coming in looking at his third and the 13th for Bannockburn. Ball is on the way. Goal up. Doesn't make the distance. Kunschke gets to the front. What's the umpire paid here? He's paid the mark. So play on now quickly. Comes out towards Mason. He goes in short again. Ooh, dangerous kick. But Gear did really, really well there in front of Hose. So Gear comes out wide here looking for Birch. A lot of hang time here. Elzinger did well to get there and bring the ball to ground. But quickly on the left foot there is Goodwin. Drives in forward looking to rid out. He done really well. Protected the space. Gets a handball across to Delhouse. Delhouse moving. Not a lot forward to go. So he just chips it out wide cleverly. Now we have a shorter kick looking for Riddell, and that's fantastic. Fantastic delivery. Better football by Anakie there. As I said, I thought their intensity might have dropped off a bit, mate. I think the defensive pressure at both sides might have dropped off a bit now, mate. And we're opening up to a shootout.
Free-flowing game.
Free-flowing footy with 10 minutes to go. So, Braden Riddell coming in for Anakie. 25 out, directly in front. Kick is on its way. It looks like he's hooked it across to the left. He has a first minor for the day, the 10th for Anakie. They move to 4-10, trailing Bannockburn, who are 12-12. We've gone nearly 19 minutes. Connect our final quarter. Beardsall just runs out, has a bounce. Looking his options long, decides to handball over the top to Bowden. Bowden goes at Beardsall. Beardsall over the top to McCarthy. McCarthy went to handball and goes long down the line in the Thompson Kunchka direction. Kunchka done really well there. Probably could have held it, but he gets around everybody. Decides to come back. The pressure's going to be on here. Kick is away. Boundary line could be the friend here. No, kept in by Crossett. He drives it long down the line. Bannockburn players everywhere. Called out there. Bowden done really well. Had a lot of support there in White and a few others as well. Look at this kick in the middle towards Hose. Well done there. Hose held his ground well. Oh, they're not a great kick to finish off. Rhodes done really well. Come across, takes the mark, goes to chip it in. Well done there by Alford. Gets a hand to it. Phillips comes charging through up to Elliott. Elliott goes back towards Alford. Free kick for a sling tackle. So Elliott now for Bannockburn, looking at his options. Has Hose short. Decides against it. Decides to go longer down long link for Battaglia, but not a great kick. Bosley, who's back in defence now, takes an uncontested mark. Just sinks the slipper into what will be a 2-on-1 contest out there. Both Bannockburn players went gear, stayed down. So gear with the ball now for Anakie. Nice little chip over the top. Clever kick. So Alessi now turns around, goes long down long looking for Redoubt. He can't trap the ball, and the ball goes out of play in front of Elzinger and Redoubt on the far side of the ground here. 20 and a half minutes gone. Connect our final quarter here at Bannockburn. Whistles going everywhere. Ball to be thrown back in now. So Barter and Thompson. Thompson does well to win that one down. Ball comes back and wins it back again. Running out now. Defence there was Alford. Alford over to Jervis. Jervis down the wing. Nice little short kick over the top. Well done by Kelly. Full stretch. Takes that mark. Swings the ball in the middle. Finds Elliott. He can run now. He does so. Short kick in looking for Wilson again. Fletcher Wilson takes the mark, 45 out from goal. Oh, I like this no defence footy, Dale. Makes for exciting calling.
It makes it a different look on the game, isn't it?
You can actually see the players too, mate. There's not 20 people around the ball. So Fletcher Wilson has 1-1 for the afternoon. Comes in now. Kick off the boot. Goal umpire doesn't move, but she probably should have because it's through for a minor score. Pulled that one left. So Bannockburn moved to 12-13. Anakie 4-10. We've gone 21 and a half. Connect our final quarter.
So Rhodes with the kicking in. He's going to deliver the ball long, pretty much straight down the ground. Goes looking towards Bosley. Ball comes to ground. He tries to go after it. Picked up out there. Player was tackled pretty well straight away. And it's going to go back to the umpire. So we'll have a ball up pretty close to the centre of the ground now. Barter decides to push himself up to that contest. Thompson's there. Barter gets the ball back to Bosley. Bosley goes inside. Beardsall read that nicely. Outside to Bowden. He goes quickly towards Hose. Ball gets out the back. Picked out the back by Burst. Got the handball away. Jervis tried to keep the ball alive for Bannockburn, but it's picked up and goes back the other way. That was Caldo. Ball goes back towards Elzinger. He tries to lay a tackle, but it's kicked up there by Wilkinson. He goes into their forward line. Now there's a free kick being given, and it's going to go Bannockburn's way to Bowden. So Ryan Bowden is the recipient. Didn't quite see what it was for, Spider.
No, I'm not even going to comment on it, mate.
So the ball goes out the back towards Beardsall, and he delivers the ball by hand towards Bowden. Luke goes long outside 50. Marcus taken out there, this time by Elliott. He turns and goes, looks inside. Good play, has Elzinger. Player outside, if he wants to use him, he's going to go that direction now. And that was Kelly, so he did that pretty well. Kelly now swings, goes back on the right boot, low and flat, in towards Battaglia, has a look at the ball and tries to sneak one through, but unfortunately couldn't bring it back quite far enough. And it is now 12-14 to Bannockburn, 4-10 to the Anakie side, and we have gone 23 minutes. Connect Tell final quarter scoreboard.
It's going to get a bit dark here, mate. So Bosley comes in. They're going to sink the slipper in, but pulls the kick really well and hits Gear on the chest. Gear gets a handball over the top. Here we go. The free-flowing footy's happening again. Redoubt flies. Ball comes to the ground. Well done by Bowden there. Quick handball over the top. On the move now is Dalhouse. Dalhouse looking in inside for Riddell. Riddell picks the ball up. Got time. Gets the handball back to Whitehouse. Whitehouse drives it long. Players fly, ball comes to ground. What's the umpire paid? Chopping the arms here. So it will be a free kick to Anakie and Oscar Barter, who again, Dale, seems to when he goes in the ruck, mate, he plays some really good footy, doesn't he?
Yes. Yeah, look, he's a good player. He knows forward skills. He's, as I said, put him into the ruck. He can do that.
Barter
also.
has had the banana and has missed and has 1-4 now for the afternoon. 4-11 to Anakie.
Got the boots on the wrong foot. Those
Yeah,
boys
I know.
just can't find the majors today.
24 minutes gone. Connect our final quarter.
Beardsall again kicking in. So Beardsall has Ho short if he wants him. He's got a few longer options. Mayborn might be one of those, but he decides to chip the ball back inside. Went looking for Bowden, went through his arms or legs, picked up now, but he's able to run onto the ball. Handballs over the top, put his team under a little bit of pressure. Elliott couldn't quite get possession of it, goes after it. Bowden once again gets through the contest, puts boot to ball, goes wide, and I think just inside the field of play, the mark has been taken out there by Kunska. He goes over the top to the running player in Jervey's been held up. Needs to let go, Mill. He might have been a little bit lucky there. So Jervey's now just holding things up in that forward pocket.
Bit of advice from the Billy Keldo stand coming there, mate.
There'll be a fair bit of it too. Matthew Lewis would be up there somewhere having a fair bit to say, I think.
Yeah, he would be. There he is right in the front, mate, leaning on the pole.
So he kicks ball now. Jervey's goes long towards goal. I tell you what, he's going to land it right in the middle of the square. Ball goes through their hands and has gone through for a minor score. He has 2 for the afternoon, 12-15 now to Bannockburn, 4-11 to Anakie. And again, 25 minutes gone. Kick from the back pocket will find Gear.
He's been good.
Yeah, no, both.
Him and Sim.
Yeah, they, as I said, I reckon they played some footy together because they keep finding each other. So, ball comes out, went to Rideau, couldn't take the mark. Elzinger lays the tackle, went towards Mills. Ball turns over now. Jackson Elzinger just gives a boot to the ball, goes towards centre forward. Went towards Jervey's. I'm not too sure that was a fair attempt on the
I don't know if they like
or
Connor.
tackle or whatever.
They like Connor, mate. That's the second time they've taken him out.
So the ball now from Jervey's is kicked out wide towards Hose, but unfortunately it's got to come back and he's not over his mark. And if they don't cover that player, they'll go back to him again. So Connor Jervey's just on the 50-metre line he'll need to kick from. Running player outside is Beardsall, but as Jervey decides to go long into the forward line, mark is not taken again and ball runs over the boundary line. So we're going to have another throw-in which will take place deep in the forward pocket. So he's just, umpire has arrived and they are waiting. Barter down doing some ruck work. Kelly decides he'll take the ruck for Bannockburn. Ball is thrown in. Barter front position, taps the ball back towards the boundary line, cleared away by Mills. He goes outside 50. Ball goes back over the boundary line. We'll have another throw which will take place in that position. So 26, almost 27 gone. Bannockburn are 12-15 and Anakie 4-11.
Back to your race results, Dale. We'll get some round-the-ground scores.
Yeah, trying to get a few more round-the-round. Just a couple of games to tighten up again in the
wonderful.
process.
That's what we like to hear. So the ball will be thrown back in now. In it comes. Barter wins that one down. Ball bouncing around, not going anywhere. So the free-flowing play we had for about 15 minutes seems to have dried up now. Quick handball out there finds Hose. Hose done well. Centering kick here, lands in the hand of Sim. Sim is dispossessed. The umpire said he's got rid of it illegally.
Just a couple of quick ones, Spide.
Yeah,
Winchelsea 87, Thompson 74. Belpo still getting beaten now by 60 points. Inali still in front, 76-53.
Wow.
And Werribee 113, Corio 77. And 4 points in at North Geelong 56, Giants 60.
Wowee. So Kelly for Bannockburn. Looking to extend the margin out here. It's already beyond 10 goals. In he comes now. Kicks off the boot. Goal umpire says, no, you've pulled that one to the left. So 10-16 now to the Bannockburn side. They lead Anakie 4-11. We've about to tick over 28 minutes to connect our final quarter. Bosley still with the kicking in duties, mate. He comes out wide. Battaglia reads it really, really well and takes the mark. Knocked out of his hands when he marked it, but there's no malice, so there'll be no 50 there. So Lockie Battaglia now. By my tally has 1-4 for the afternoon, Dale, and what yours says, but that's what mine says. We 1-3 or 1-4?
Yeah, 1-3, and I think I put the other one down to a push through a rush before.
Ah, okay, fair enough, mate.
Doesn't matter who gets
Couldn't
it.
be bothered. Lockie Battaglia comes in now. Kick is on its way. He says a push across the face of goal. Won't score, but punched through very well there by Barter. That one I'll put down as a rush one, mate. I won't put that to him, mate. So cross it for Anakie now to bring the ball back into play. Looks like Barter's going to be his target. That's who's going to. It's not a great kick off the boot. Lands at the feet of Uji, but Barter done really well there. That's Kudafuti's like, mate. Wolfrey picked it up. One hand goes long looking for Riddell. Riddell's got Barth in company. Barth done well to bring it down, but Riddell's recovery was better. Wrapped up in a tackle there really well by White. And what's he? Oh, it's a wide. We're playing cricket. He has paid holding the ball there. Anyway, it must have been a fend off at some stage. White goes back towards Bowden. Bowden can run now. You got options everywhere. Chips the ball out now looking for Beardslaw. It's a great kick. Beardslaw's got Elzinga down the ground. Spears it in. Pressure's on. Elzinga has taken the mark right on the boundary line here. Good call. Boundary up in the right spot again. Fantastic. So Liam Elzinga now told to move the ball on. Goes long down the line. Oh, it could have been a push in the back to Jervies. And the umpire said, no, you stage it. Sim takes the mark. Go through to Barter. Barter does well. So he chips the ball in the middle looking for it out. That's a great kick too. He turns around, plays on straight away. Ball out in front of Adele again. What a beautiful kick. He doesn't take the mark. So ball hits the deck. Coming through as a Lassie. Gets the handball out. Handball across. It's in there as well. He's wrapped up. Alford now fighting for the ball. Dives over the top of it. Umpire says it'll be mine. So we have gone 30 minutes here. Connect to our final quarter. This will be one of the last plays of this quarter. Ball comes down by Barter. Quick kick by Barker. Goes in out towards Riddell. Can't quite take it. Good work there by Marnie. Comes through, but another quick kick the other way. Ball bouncing out. White can't get it. There it is. The siren. Done it twice, mate. Final score here. So he's at Bannockburn 13-16-94, defeating Anakie 4-11-35. So 59 points the margin. Goal kickers, thanks, Dale.
Yes, we have two each to Maybourne, Kunchka, Fulton and Kelly. And Wilson, Battaglia, Phillips and Alford all with one. And for the Anakie side, they're 4 goals to Riddell, Whitehouse, Barter and Dalhouse. Did I see him twice?
Probably, but doesn't matter.
Whitehouse and Dalhouse.
Whitehouse, Dalhouse?
Wellhouse, 2 different people, but they both kicked a goal. So a comfortable win here for the Bannockburn side. And as I said, it's been pretty good. So we're just going to keep rolling.
Yeah, we'll keep rolling.
Righto. Well, I'll just go and see the scores again. These games are still live, and it's Winchelsea 87 leading Thompson on 74. Belpost Hill 49, East Geelong 118. Inverleigh 76, Belmont Lions 58. Werribee 30 points up on Corio at this stage, and North Geelong have hit the front. They're 62-60 now, so
wow.
They're coming home strong once again, Spider. So some interesting results there this afternoon. On today's game, as I said, look, when it opened up, both sides can move the ball pretty well. They did. Both sides did it. Early in the game, as I said, the Anakie side had some opportunities to kick some goals, but we know going back into the breeze, even Bannockburn had some tasks there kicking from about that 50-metre line. So there must have been some sort of breeze out there which took effect on this game of football. But, you run through their sides, and realistically, both teams had some really good contributors right through both the 4 quarters of football. So I think Anakie probably disappointed that they probably didn't put a bit more score pressure on, 4-11, but having said that, they've had 15 shots and Bannockburn have had 27 or 29, yeah. So, they definitely outplayed Anakie in the end, and I don't know, as I said, I spoke to Jake Mawson this morning at work, and he was pretty confident they'd put up a really good performance. As I said, I think they show signs, Spy, that they've got some really good players there. Barter today, Dalhouse was good once again. I liked the game. 2 small blokes down back, Sim and Gear. Yeah, well, as I said, Gear and Sim were good. Crossett's played okay again today. Rhodes gives them a little bit of run. Billy Goodwin hurt himself late in the last quarter, so he'll probably remember his 100th game a fair bit, I would think. But look, it's one of those things, as I said, I suppose just to end up just the class and the numbers weighed heavily in that last quarter, or in the last half of the game anyway, because Bannockburn kicked 6 into the first half and 6 in the second, but the number of shots they had on goal, it could have been a lot bigger result if that had gone that way. So anyway, it's been a good result for Bannockburn, because as I said, they needed to keep winning to keep themselves in contention to play some finals football. And Anakie, obviously, they would just love to get some more wins on the board, just to show that they are making some ground. They are making ground, definitely making some ground, but a win-loss record would just be a little bit healthier with something to show.
Yeah, you're right. They're making ground, mate. I mean, you look at the hidings they come back from last year. You know, they got still got some serious touch-ups last year, but it hasn't happened this year. So they are making headway. It's not. I don't care who you bring into a side. You've only got so many points you can work with. So it's not an overnight fix. What they want from the blokes who are there, who they've picked up, is they commit for another year or two at least.
Yep.
You want them there for 3 years to build around it and bring some, as I said, they've got their junior structure back up and running as well. Give them a chance to bring some players through. Everyone loses a point, and their points probably won't change too much come next season because they haven't won probably enough games to justify it being dropped to 40, 44 or anything like that. It might stay around, what are they, 50 now?
50.
Right, so it might stay around, say, 48. They might lose a couple because they're not going to finish last, obviously. They might go to 48, but if they've got 12 players who drop a point, then suddenly you look at that, they're 38 out of 48, and they've got scope to bring other players in, which then increases what happens at the club. So on the other side of the coin, mate, Bannockburn again, they're just a professional outfit, aren't they? They just know what to do.
They've got a pretty good blend of youth and experience in that side now, and it's just a shame that blokes like Hose and Elsinger are probably going to head back to Geelong next week, because I think with those two blokes in, they're just their closing speed to get to contests, their closing speeds to get away from contests, and they're just their general ball skills just adds something to it. Now, I'm not saying that the next two blokes they bring in aren't going to be as good, but I just think that these two blokes have proven every time we see them that they know how to find a football, and they don't only get 10 or 15 touches, they get 20 to 25 touches each time we see them.
Yep.
And with the ball, most times they use it very well down the ground. So that's something that's going to be hard to replace when they do go back. But be mindful, Perkins has going to play again at some stage. He might be still 3 or 4 weeks away, so that will be one bonus to them.
Tristan Battaglia.
Well, yeah, Tristan Battaglia is another one. But I just look at Callum Elliott today, which I haven't seen a lot of. Austin Marnie, I'm not too sure whether he's just a junior coming through or where he's come from. And the other bloke, young Jack Thompson, it looks like he'll be a pretty good kid in time, because he's obviously going to develop. He's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger, and he's going to get a little bit wiser as he grows. And we know Ruckman to take a bit of time spot to mature. And Callum McCarthy's the other bloke. I don't know where he has come from, but they all appear on this list as one-pointers. Elliott's a one-pointer, Marnie's a one-pointer, so they've all obviously come through the Bannockburn Juniors. So that goes to show me, and as I said, I was just looking at the reserve game today. Ricky Harding, John Blake, as we spoke about earlier on, he looked all right. Just as I said, you watch games of football, you can see kids and what they do. They just stood out from the rest of the group. So
he probably plays in the back line, probably finds it hard to get into this back line. That's probably the issue.
Probably do, but he moved forward a couple of times there, and he looks like he wanted to get the ball and go, and he kicks the ball well and all this sort of stuff. But evidently, Rick tells me at half time there he's got a younger bloke that goes just as good, so it might be interesting in another 12 months' time to see them.
They're both half decent cricketers too, mate. So, but yeah, it's we know the Bannockburn junior structure here has been really, really good. I was just looking when they were at half time. I was looking through the the players that won junior best and fairest and that sort of stuff here, and thinking, geez, where are some of these blokes? Well, they're still around. Blokes from 8 or 10 years ago, and they're not playing. You think, geez, they were good players back in the day. So the junior structure here is good, which augurs well for their point system right through. And it gives them scope to bring other good players in, as we've seen. Like, obviously, Conker's not playing, at 100% or playing a lot of the games, but they've obviously got him here for his leadership around these young blokes.
Yep.
You do
for a bloke like to come in to do that too.
Yeah. But you look at the blokes that you're talking about. The old and the young, the two Bowden brothers. Like that's a different sort of game that I've ever seen. I've seen Ryan Bowden play. He spent a lot of time. He's almost like he's just a fifth on baller. Came off the half-back flank or the wing and just running through and having shots for goal. I haven't really seen him. You see him do it in bits and pieces, but today he did it a bit more consistently. As the game went on, I think I called a couple of times with Luke that he probably could have marked the ball twice, and you're very right, the talk around you and knowing your awareness, but that sort of changed. I think maybe when Bosley went down back, and it sort of he went back to backing himself rather than just being that complete negative player, which he sort of turned into for a little while. He doesn't need to. He's a premier backman in this competition. You're going to get the best forward every week, so you do back yourself. And maybe it's just one of those days that he had early on, mate. But I said, the last quarter and a half, he went back to asserting himself and got a lot more of the ball. So leading into the bigger ground in September, mate, I've got no doubt Bannockburn are going to be one of the hard sides to toss. We're talking about East Geelong and that, but if they play this style of footy where they break the game open and as I said, they all know their roles, they're going to be a very, very tough side to match up on that ground. If Belmont get beat today, then that opens up the chance for top 3.
Well, it does, I suppose. You're right there. I'm not too sure they meet again towards the end of the season, but
instead of an 8-point gap, it's back to a 4-point gap.
Yeah,
And with 6 games to go, you can make up 4 points. We're talking about sides like Winch and that when you're 12 points out. You really struggle to make that up. You can make 4 points up.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, Winch City now only lead Thompson by 2 points in the game. These are all live scores, and I just looked at the North Geelong score, and they are out now by 15 points over Geelong West, so they're finishing strong again.
So Geelong West have dropped off again now, like two games in a row. They've been in good positions towards the end of the game. But that'd be again players that haven't played. You play 100 minutes, you wear out.
Belmont are 17 points down on Inali. Again, the other game that has finished is the Werribee Corio game, and Werribee won that game by 30 points. So
Werribee will stay. They'll go to second or stay second. Obviously, East Geelong are going clear on top, so they'll maintain that spot. Well, mate, I know we probably don't need to do votes, but I think we should, just for a bit of fun.
Okay.
While you have a think, I can run through our sponsors and thank them, mate. Obviously, we don't have the Hotham Award because Grubby, as we know, hoards them. So I didn't have one last week to give out. Haven't got one to give out this week. We're going to make Grubby go to these grounds and find these players and give them to them. So we'd like to thank, the Hotham Hotel, the Commonafine, the Yards. Of course, Routleys. There's 2 weeks in a row we haven't had the big men fly for the Routleys pie. We had a couple of launches again. Kempy Engineering. I know what Kempy Engineering do. Grubby might not. Promote Trophies and Apparel. Of course, the League apparel sponsors, Victory Trophies, who do the strapping tape and the like. Corio Bay Health. I've got to get there one day, mate, because I really need their help. Of course, Raiders Bingo, who have been a massive supporter of the GDFNL for ever and a day. Elders Insurance, likewise, been around for a long, long time. Athletes Foot, of course, who... the MVP is named after the opposition coaches named the MVP from each side, both football and netball, and of course our quarter by quarter, Morris, Buckley's, DeGrande and Connectel. These sort of things don't happen without them. The boys from Music Workshop, of course, do a fantastic job here. Tyler and Brad. Brad loves it out there, and I think next week we're going to bring those little hand warmers where you put them in your pocket to warm your hands up. It'll be freezing outside.
I tell you, it's much colder in here, mate. I reckon I'll be going one myself, so don't worry about that.
Tyler's already said they'll put a heater in the roof by next week, mate. That was his commitment. He said he'll have a heater in the roof by next week.
Well, there you go.
That'll make Brad even worse. Rightio, mate. What do you got for me?
Yeah, look, I'd have to say, make apologies to Lukey Dalhouse. I thought he was pretty good for Anakie out there this afternoon.
He was.
And I also probably Connor Jervis, I thought, was a pretty good player for the Bannockburn side. They had a lot of good players and performed pretty well. I gave one to Bardo. I thought his game all day for the Anakie side was good. He started up forward, he took marks, he went into the ruck, and then when he had to do some work in there, and he never stopped trying his best.
1-4.
It's just a pity that couldn't have been 4-1 because that would have obviously moved him up the list. I thought James Hayes was really good again today. He's just a young kid that finds a ball, and again, I don't care if he gets 10 touches or 20 touches. He just seems to find his teammates with every time he gets the ball. And obviously the best player for me on the ground, and more so just to set up the game for Bannockburn, was Kieran Fulton in the first half. Played a magnificent game, took a number of marks. Obviously spent a bit of time on the bench in the last quarter, but his job was done by three-quarter time. And for me, he was the influence in the game.
Well, the only change I've got is that I gave Ryan Bowden 1 vote.
Yep.
I gave James Hose 2 and I gave Kieran Fulton 3, mate. So for us, that'll be our... and Grubby's votes never count anyway.
Yeah, he'll probably ring through and tell us what his votes were.
He won't be able to speak, mate.
If he's not sleeping.
He won't be able to speak. And I just thought, as I said, Ryan Bowden's game was something that I haven't seen a lot from him.
I'll tell you what the other bloke I like is Beardsall. And he plays a bit like his brother. They seem to, I don't know if they don't play on anybody, but they always seem to find space when the ball's coming out of the back line to be by themselves, to be used as a running player. And when they get the ball, they both very similar players. They both carry the ball, run, and use it very well.
I'm surprised that they're not your two favourite players since Cubby left, because that's what he used to do.
Pretty much.
That's what he did. No one to man up on him.
Yep.
They've got strength, they've got speed, they've got really good disposal on both sides of the body. And they just find space and away they go. So, look, that Gear and Sims, I was very impressed with the way they went about it. The ball was down there a fair bit, and they did repel for the two of the shorter blokes on the ground. I thought they did really, really well. I thought Whitehouse was good. So there are some good signs there. Jet Mills, I think you spoke about him. He was only a young bloke that you've seen a few years back, didn't you?
Yes, a couple of years back. He was only just coming into senior football.
Yeah, so having Red out back is certainly going to help.
Yep.
Getting more footy under his belt is really going to help. It's that Barter was, like what you say, we've seen him twice, mate, and they've lost both games, but he's probably been Anakie's best player both games we've seen. Dalhouse, well, I know we expect things of him, but how often do you see a league footballer or a recently retired league footballer come back and not do anything?
Yep.
They can't pick up the pace of the game, and the way he brings his teammates in to the game is a credit to what he's done out there. So on the other side of it, you had Maybaum, who was really good. Kunchka just needs to start clunking some of those grabs. He gets his hands to them, but he seems to be a two-grab player, and he just needs to start wrapping his hands around and be a one-grab player who'll go from taking 8 marks a game to 18 marks a game, because he's got a great vertical leap on him. He can stop, stand, and jump without a problem. You said Elliott, probably his second half, didn't do much in the first half. And I thought Marnie was serviceable. We've seen him out there a little bit as well. So, but I was really impressed with Callum McCarthy too. I thought he was really good.
Yes, yeah. And as I said, I thought he might have been an outsider coming in, but obviously by his 1 point status, he's obviously a local homegrown kid. Have got one live score, Spider. Final score, and that is that North Geelong 81 have defeated Geelong West 60.
So they've hit the last 5 goals of the game.
Inali and Belmont Lions are back to 2 goals, but I'm not too sure how long there. And the Winchelsea game and Thompson are both still 2 points, and again, not too sure how much time to go there. So there are some close games out there, and it's
as I said, if Thompson get beat and Inali win, that puts 4 points or 6 points. 2 points will be between these. They're 6 points apart now.
Yep.
Wow. So there's some rippers coming up the second, in the last 6 games in this league, mate. Now, I suppose we should look at next week, shouldn't we, Dale?
Well, I suppose that'd be a good thing, Spider, to see what we're doing.
There's only 3 games, remember?
Oh, we had a split round, have we?
Yeah, so next week's a split round, mate. So
split round.
Yeah, so we've got if Play HQ or actually the internet would work for me. I know East Geelong and Thompson play.
Yeah, East Geelong and Thompson. We've got Bannockburn and Winch, and we've got Werribee, Central and the Giants. Well, we won't be going down to Werribee, and not past Players Day down there yet.
No, it's round 16.
Against Anakie, that's right. So that'll be keep Rugby happy.
The options are coming back here or going to East Geelong, mate. You're not coming here because we don't get any service, so we're going to East Geelong, Thompson.
We've seen East Geelong a fair bit, haven't we?
It doesn't matter. At least we get service there.
All right, that's where we're going.
Yeah. East Geelong, Thompson will be at next week, I think. Works for me. I know the service here, just the reception and that it just makes it so hard. We can't call the footy, and it does make it tough for what we do too. As much as we like hearing the sound of our own voices, it does make it tough for what we do. And Steelo back in the box.
Another up score coming through now. Winchelsea 101, Thompson 88.
Ooh, wow. That opens things right up. Anyway, we might wrap it up, Dale. Get out of here nice and early. Steelo. We might throw back to you. Thank you. Thanks for another great day, mate. Thanks to Brad and Tyler. Thanks to the Bannockburn Football Netball Club. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Last week.